Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to another live stream. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth, wherever you are. And today we're going to be playing some more Tales of the Shire, and we're going to be exploring through this game, and I'm going to be going a little more in detail into it. This is technically part 2. I've done the beginning intro and talked, and actually did many hours of reviewing and talking about it so anyway, we're gonna have a lot of fun today. We're gonna get through some of it, get some more play time in. Welcome to the stream, guys, and I am gonna start right off the bat right now for those who are maybe curious, who maybe didn't watch my one on Tuesday, because now we're here on the weekend. So I'm gonna explain a couple things and a couple stuff with rating and what I think about a couple different things. And you know, the game, let me just get it right out, it's better than I thought, but isn't like the best thing ever, especially since I'm not really a cozy game player. But it does have some charms, and I want to talk about a couple different rating levels real quick on different subjects to kind of give you a gist of the game if you're someone. So again, I've been trying to I always come across when I rate stuff in a way that's like I've not been influenced by other people, right? I don't watch any other reviews until the thing is out, especially if it's Lord of the Rings, since I'm a Lord of the Rings channel. And I'm like, I'm gonna just cover it myself. What do I think about it? Then I go watch other people's reviews after, because I'm always curious what other people think. But that's what I try to do. I try to come across as clean slate and do my best. Now, us as humans, hobbits, we sometimes, it's very easy for us to get influenced by other people, right? It's natural. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect, no one's perfect. But I do my best to make sure I come across with a very clean slate review of whatever might be. I try not to make assumptions before things come out, but, still happens sometimes, right? Everyone does that. But let me go ahead and go through a few things here. So let me turn down the music just slightly in game. Not a lot. And I want to talk about a few things here real quick. All right? We're going to go through here. There's a couple different rating systems, so I'll give you my overall rating in a moment. So basically how I break it down is a couple different things, right? I break it down between two kinds of graphic things: art style and actual graphic levels, textures, things like that, functionality, how it looks, right? Those are the two things I break it down as. I'm gonna rate everything 1 out of 5, all right? So, and again, I did not make a little fancy card. I was thinking about doing that, but I'm just gonna tell you guys. So when it comes to the art style itself, like the artistic style, I give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's good. I really actually like it. I think it's charming. I think it looks nice. When it comes to actual render distances, certain textures on things like that, that's where I think they really could fix it by just putting out an update, especially for the Switch. I have not played it on the Switch. I played it on the PC. It seems pretty nice quality on the PC, but there are still things lacking quite dramatically when it comes to textures and graphics, all right? So I give that like a 1.5 out of 5. It's not super great. There's too many things for me to give it a higher rating for that. The next thing I really like, so when it comes to the music in the game, the music's pretty good. I give it like a 3.5 out of 5. It's enough where it's slightly memorable, but not on the level of like the Lord of the Rings movies or like LOTRO's music. It's like a 3.5 out of 5 is what I would give the music. Sound effects, animal sound effects, things like that, pretty good. I really enjoy that. The water sound effects, all that kind of stuff. I give it a 4 out of 5. I think those are really good. So that's with sounds pretty much. When it comes to voices, right? Now, my channel, I'm a voiceover channel, so I'm happy because we've been having a lot of fun. We're going to be doing more of those today and enjoy ourselves through the game. But the voices, big 0 out of 5 because there's really no voices in the game at all. They did it very but it was a certain stylization they're trying to do, kind of like Animal Crossing kind of did, where there's like when you click on them, and like that's fine to an extent, right? I kind of would have liked to hear like just at the intro maybe a Gandalf voice or something, even if it's not, I'm sure it'd be cool if they could have got Ian McKellen to do it, right? But I understand even if they couldn't, but that would have been kind of nice. So I would give that a 0 out of 5 because it's not even there. Now, for me personally, as a voiceover channel, I've been having a blast doing all the voices, so I'm not too upset about it. But as if I was explaining this for someone else who wants to play it solo, since it's a very solo game, that's the next thing. Is it multiplayer versus solo, right? It's not multiplayer, so big 0 out of 5, right? I really wish they would have done it where you could have some kind of connection with some friends, trade things, whatever. you know, walk around together in the Shire. That would have been kind of nice. I would have liked to see that, but that's not in the game, so 0 out of 5. When it comes to solo gameplay, just in general, feeling like a cozy game, I would give it a 4 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5. It feels really like a solo cozy game. You're walking around, you're doing little quests, you're watering your garden, things like that. Overall gameplay experience, all right, just as gameplay in general, 2 out of 5. Just because, for me personally, I'm not the cozy game kind of guy, but I'm very open-minded to look at things and try things. I can see where the charm is and the delight in that, and we're going to play a lot more today, and I'm going to just do my best to have fun today and enjoy while we talk about it. But I would say a 2 out of 5 in general gameplay, because it just doesn't have... It feels lacking slightly. I feel like it could have more things to do, if that makes sense. Because, you know, if anyone... I haven't played Animal Crossing, I haven't played Stardew Valley, but my friends that do play it and I watch, they have a lot to do in the game. It seems like a little bit more level of things to do. So that's my feeling on that one. When it comes to the, let me see, like, things like, jokingly, the water's alright. It's like a 2 out of 5. It's not LOTRO water. Like, you guys I always joke on this channel. If you're new to the channel, I always joke about, like, ooh, look at that water. That's kind of our meme here. But, you know, it's fine. One thing, again, with the graphics, why I gave the lower rating is a lot of the render distance things. I think the art style looks great, but I don't like how a lot of stuff blurs so extremely far away, even though I know you're not looking there, but it would just be nice to be able to see a little farther. When it comes to the map itself, all right, there's a good and a a pro and a con to this part. The map being very small. It's very small. All right, the pro to this is, since you're just running around as a hobbit, it doesn't make you feel like you're running forever, okay? That's the pro. The con to this is, I would like a little bit more expansion. There are spots you can open up, it seems like, in the game, and my rating might slightly change as I play a little more today, we'll see. But there's spots that are going to expand slowly, but you can't go to Hobbiton, you can't go to Bag End, right? You're kind of really constricted to just the small town of Bywater, which, again, isn't totally terrible, because Bywater is a very cool place. But it would have been nice to feel just a little bit bigger, because, like in Lord of the Rings Online, now, granted, I know they wouldn't be able to do the entire Shire like Lord of the Rings Online has, but you can explore the whole Shire. You can go and explore random places. I just feel like you're a little bit constricted slightly. But again, for people who like cozy games, that might be your thing. I like to explore a lot more. I'm very more of an MMO player, right? And adventure player, whatever genre that might be. So I would say when it comes to the size of the map, I give it a 2 out of 5. I think it could have been bigger and a little bit more options there. But again, it's also a pro because you're not running around aimlessly as a hobbit doing your daily things and talking to people. So that kind of goes both ways. When it comes to being I already talked about generic gameplay in general. What I didn't say is as a 2 thing, okay? There's generic gameplay as just a gamer, that I came in as a gamer, and then there is being a cozy game. I think a lot of people are judging the game off just flat being a game in general, without it being the genre that they pushed so clearly that it's a cozy game. And a lot of people don't like cozy games, even though they don't really know what they are, okay? So this game is a very niche game, all right? So that's what I would sort of tell my viewers, or if you're watching this just as a review, if you've never seen my channel, it's a very niche game, all right? It's the bottom line is it's gonna be like, I would give it for the cozy gamers, I would give it a 4 out of 5 because I think it would be good. I don't think it's the best one out there on the market, but I do think it'd be very fun, especially if you like Lord of the Rings and you like hobbits. Okay, so that's a very important distinction versus us just gamers. But just gamers that are used to, you know, a certain tier and bar, I think it's a little lower. That's why I gave it a 2 out of 5. All right, or 1.5, I think, out of 5 is what I said. The next thing, excuse me, sorry for the ums here. I'm just trying to process my levels of stuff here. I hate saying I'll try not to do that. Next thing, the level of the creativity, right? Just the game in general, like the look and walking around and just like the feeling and stuff like that. It's pretty good. The storytelling. Okay, let's talk about a few big points. Storytelling, lore, like that's sprinkled in, and lore accuracy, things with like Tolkien canon. All right, let's talk about this real quick. This is a big one for me personally, as I do lore on this channel too, and it does matter to me with this subject. The first thing is it is very creative, very enjoyable. I really, really like it. So I'm going to go with the first one is we'll talk about lore tidbits, the little things they sneak in the story and stuff like that. There's really not that much because, again, jumping back to the fact that it's a cozy game and it's just fun and you're supposed to be a hobbit doing your daily stuff, you're not being tied into like Frodo and Sam are in the books doing this massive adventures with the world of Middle-earth. So there are little tidbits. There's some nods to Arnor or Arthedain, the country before that was given to the hobbits by the humans there, this area. There's some nods at a couple other things like that, but I really think that when it comes to the lore tidbits being added in, they're pretty good. I give it a 3.5 out of 5, all right? When it comes to just the story, people writing, I think I said this a little bit already, but just the story and talking and things you're doing and stuff like that, again, I'd probably give it when it comes to the story of the characters being lovable, I give it a 4 out of 5. But when it comes to just like flat out story gameplay, I give it like a 2 out of 5. Because the reason is, even the beginning, the intro, now I made the intro very long because I was doing stuff and talking and reviewing things and doing things on the side and things like that. But it felt a little long just doing the book thing. I understand the book was kind of like to introduce you to all the characters and run around this whole like, find this book. It was felt a little too long, and that's not because I was taking a long time to do it. I've heard other people say that as well. So the intro feels that little thing feels a little bit long. The last thing is, so the lore stuff is cool. I'd give it a 3 out of 5 to 4 out of 5 with the little tidbits they put in. It's not a lot though. It's really not a lot of lore put in, okay guys? So I just want you to know. Then, lore accuracy with canon. This one is a mixed bag for me. All right, it's a mixed bag in a few ways. All right, the first thing is the Shire looks just like described in the book. So the Shire is beautiful, the location, everything like that. It's really good. So this is a lot of points for the lore category. And in fact, if I was just going to rate just the Shire and what it looks like and the animals and stuff, 5 out of 5. But when it comes to the hobbits in general, all right, the hobbits, the storytelling are great. They're all very lovable. I really like all the hobbits. All right. But you do get a lot of, they kind of put in a lot more of the multicultural stuff with hobbits, and that is just not really lore accurate. I actually talk about this, I found some really good stuff on this, and I would like to explain it a little bit without getting too much into it on some of the details. But the bottom line is, it seems like there's like multiple things going on, races of the hobbits, and if you read the original history, there were 3 groups of hobbits, right? There's the Harfoots, the Fallowhides, and the other group, which I'm forgetting right now, which is not quite as important. The other 2 are the important ones, but I think it's the Steers? I'm forgetting how to say the one letter in the name. But those 3 groups of hobbits, they mixed in over time, Tolkien explains, and in the Shire, they're all going to be a similar looking people, because they're all mixed at this point. Some of them have, like, certain genes a little bit more, so, like, we're told that, you know, again, that the Took side has a little bit more of the Fallowhide, which were very much taller than the other hobbits, so they have a little more stature, things like that. But the bottom line is that's kind of where that goes, right, with that. And I talked about that in my previous, people really appreciated how I said things in the previous one. I appreciate that you guys were so wonderful about it. It's a hard subject because I feel like in this day and age with stuff going on, you know me on this channel, I am very I don't do politics. We don't say anything about that. But it does seem like things get pushed sometimes into games where I feel like it's kind of weird. Like, why do you even change that from the original lore, right? When it comes to like character creation personally, I think it's kind of cool to have multiple options, even if it doesn't fully follow the lore, just because character creation is something to kind of like what you are in the world, right? So I have no problem with that. It's when it usually with like main characters and stuff and you really change drastically, people look, how they look, this and that, when they're described a certain way in the book. I don't really like that entirely, but it's not as bad and like extreme as some people are making it out to be. There's a lot of extremes on both sides with this particular part of the subject, because there's some people on one side that are like using all these, you know, trigger words, blah, 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 you know, oh, it's woke, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going there. And the other side, you know, they're like, everything's perfect. If you question anything, you're like some horrible person, blah, blah, blah. We're not going there either, okay? So I'm a real moderate down the middle here on this subject. And, but the bottom line is, when it comes to that with the Hobbits, I give it like a 1 out of 5. Because the bottom line is, it's just not accurate. And I think the reason why that it gets confusing for people, and if you look at some of the descriptions, I actually did some studying the other night because I wanted to make sure my memory wasn't failing me and I wasn't misquoting something. Tolkien in the appendices talks about hobbits, right? And I have a great video, which I'm going to link down there that someone else made. It was really well done. Very nice, very not political. He just talks about the facts on what Tolkien says. But you need to do some comparisons because it says on one thing that the most prevalent group of hobbits, the Harfoots, right? Which, this is something, without going into it too much, the Rings of Power, right, covers the Harfoots. Back at 2,000, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 years ago in the Second Age, the hobbits were a little bit more distinct. Now, we know that, so the Stoors, that's the group I forgot. The Stoors have kind of died out. Gollum is a Stoor, all right, is what they kind of Tolkien hints at in the books, technically. But the Fallowhides and the Harfoots kind of mixed together over time, and that's what the Shire people are, right? You know, they have their backgrounds and stuff, but they just had a couple different things here and there. One line is where the big thing happens, okay? This is where the info happens, and I'm going to explain real quick, okay? Because I think this is really important. I think some of you will find this very interesting. There's one line that says the Harfoots were browner of skin, okay? And again, without sounding anything racial, okay? We're just going to talk about the facts here, all right? A lot of people take that as they were like a completely different race if we were comparing it to our real world, right? With different things. And it's amazing to me because some people will take this out of context what I'm saying, and they're going to call me names and all this stuff, and I have no issues with this kind of stuff, guys. I am anything but. I live somewhere that is very multicultural. I live in Southern California. I absolutely love it. I have friends of all backgrounds, so I have no issue with this stuff, all right? Where I have an issue is when you change the lore on what someone wrote about a group of characters, because I just don't think it's nice. I think it's insulting to stick people in because you're like, oh, I'm just going to stick this group of people in to, you know, or vice versa, right? If you were going to flip things around the other way. I just don't think it's very respectful to the author. I don't think it's respectful to the original creation material. And the bottom line is, the thing with us with humans in general is that it doesn't really matter, right, what we look like. We're all humans, right? Same thing with when it comes to hobbits. They're all hobbits, right? It doesn't really matter. So anyway, I'm getting off subject here a little bit, but the bottom line is I just want everyone to be very clear because, you know, I really appreciate, again, thousands of people were great about it. I had 1 or 2 people on, you know, Twitter, you know, giving me this big lecture, blah, 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 and they totally didn't even watch my video, and they literally said in their thing, I stopped watching your video, and I'm like, all right, well then why do I give them time of day? I like hearing people's opinions, even if they don't agree with me, but if people aren't going to give me time of day, that's how it goes. All right, so anyway, back to my point. So, in the information about the hobbits and the 3 groups, again, the Stoors, the Fallowhides, and the Harfoots. We know the Harfoots are the most. We know from looking at the lore, Tolkien doesn't directly tell us what every hobbit group of the hobbits, like Frodo, Sam, Bilbo, Merry, Pippin, he doesn't give us the exacts. We do know that since the Harfoots are the majority of the hobbits in the Shire, that all of them are Harfoot blood, all of them. But we know that the ones that have Took blood have a lot of Fallowhide blood, right? Which would be Frodo, and Bilbo has some, and then actually Merry and Pippin also do. Sam does not. Sam is completely 100% a Harfoot, okay? Now here's where the info comes in on that stuff, where people have accepted this for many years, but it's been kind of like, people have been like, I think there's more of a reasonable stretch with having very different looking hobbits farther back, like an Amazon show, even though I still don't agree with it entirely, but there's a more reasonable thing. But as we know, Tolkien says the hobbits really mixed over those thousands of years when they settled in the Shire, so they kind of all look, they're all mixed together now, right? But the bottom line is Sam, he'd be pretty much just a Harfoot. And it says in the book that Sam also was dark of skin. And it says because he was in the fields all the time. So he had a really, really good tan, basically, as we know. So that's where if you look at Tolkien and compare things, it's pretty clear what he's trying to apply there. We know that Tolkien based it off the English countryside and stuff of his time in England, right? Of the hobbits. Because that's what he loved, that's where he lived. It was his background, it was his life, right? So anyway, that's my big spiel on that. You can go look it up for yourself. You don't need to take my word for it. Go read go read Tolkien stuff. But anyway, I am always, just so you know, I am always on this channel. I will always speak truth on stuff and exactly on my thoughts on things, right? Even if people falsely start accusing me of things that I'm not doing. But the good news is, I would like to point out, we had 5,000 people watch the previous Tales of the Shire stream. And everyone loved it, except for one person, that's a pretty good ratio. So, and the one person clearly didn't watch what I said from their very comments. So, that's how it goes. But anyway, we will continue on here, my friends, into the story. So, I know that's a really big spiel, but I think that is an important point for me with a lore point, because I really do care about following the lore correctly. Now, do I really think this is like a huge issue in the game? No, it's not. It's really not that big of an issue. It's still fun. I still think all the characters are super lovable. I liked all of them so far. I really like doing the voice for the fisherman guy. They're all really great in that way. So, but really, then when it comes down to what's my full rating, what do I give the game in general? And then we're gonna be playing a bunch. I think the full rating is, for me personally, so far, unless it changes today as I play, it's probably a 4.5 out of 10 for me as a gamer. Maybe a 5 out of 10. A little low, just because I think the game is okay. I don't think the game is horrible like some people are saying. I don't think the game is fantastic. And I think the graphics really hurt it for me. And again, like the gameplay, those are the big ones. One thing I forgot to even mention is the character creation. Character creation is a 1 out of 5 because the character creation has like 0 options for males, for guys. There are some, but it's very few. It's really hard to make your character look different from the girl characters. Which, maybe it's more focused on they think the girl audience will enjoy the game more. That might be the case. You girls, you tell me in the comments. Are you really enjoying the game too? But I do know some girls that also have the same frustrations as me. I've been talking to them, other Lord of the Rings fans, with some of the things with lore and stuff. When it comes to being a cozy game genre, I give it a 7 out of 10. I think that cozy game players are going to like this game. Again, I think this game is going to be very niche, a very niche game for certain groups of people, and I have enjoyed playing it. If you want to know, did Zollin actually enjoy playing this? Yes. Compared to the Gollum game, where I partially enjoyed and mostly it was just a slug, painful thing, this game I've actually enjoyed playing. I actually thought it was fun. Even as a not huge cozy gamer fan, I've really enjoyed this game. I think it's really, really nice. So I really hope that they put out some graphical updates on it for free. Price point, I'd give it a 3 out of 5. It's $31 US that I bought it for. I think the game's probably worth somewhere between 25 and 30. That's where I think reasonable compared to other video games. But, and that's like, if I compare it to another game I love, Return to Moria, the new one that came out, that game is worth $50, but they only sell it for 25, Return to Moria. Where this game is probably worth 25, and they're selling it for 31. So it's somewhere it's a reasonable price. All right, reasonable price. Reasonable prices. Everyone knows that joke now on my channel. It is not a 10 out of 10. No, it's not a 10 out of 10. It's definitely a 4.5 for me out of 10. I've covered basically all of the different things, I believe, and I will talk about more in-game, but let's go ahead and get in. We're going to do some voiceovers. Thank you for being here. Happy wife, happy life. Yes, that's a true statement. What's up? I'm, oh, wow, Thunderbolt, congrats. Yes. Quick question from one video to rule them all. Questions, the screen recorder do you use for your videos? I use OBS. Just the regular OBS program. That's what I use to record. Elvin. Yes, I see your joke. Yeah, well, see, Elvin's making a joke, but this is a thing right here, right? Like, some people are like, it's a 10 out of 10 and you're crazy. No, I'm going to give you the flat out what I think. And Elvin's clearly making a joke here, right? It's just because I know who Elvin is. But that's an actual thing, right? Like, there's people being so extreme on both sides. And I think it goes in the same boat of some people that, like, they wanted it, they were planning on it being bad, and it's still bad for them when it comes out because they made it in their mind bad no matter what. I try really, really hard when I do my reviews for you guys to come into it neutrally. I do my best. It's impossible for humans to do it perfectly. I'm just going to say it right now. None of us are perfect. But I do my very, very best to do that. That's why I try not to watch other people's reviews before I do my own. Then I go watch people's reviews once I've done my own. But again, I've been super honest, super direct with this game. And by the way, I just want to point out, I like Weta, all right? The company, I think they do a great job. I have so many United Cutlery replicas from Weta. I really like Weta as a whole, all right? I just am going to be always truthful on something that comes out. It's not me trying to be mean on the creators and all this kind of stuff. I'm just critiquing things. That's the bottom line. And by the way, again, everything I said about the hobbits and like the different things when they put in like multicultural this and that, it's not the end of the world, guys. It's really not with that stuff. And it's amazing to me how I can say things like that and people take it out of context and start calling me names and all these horrible things. And it just falsely, and I'm like, okay, wow, all right. Especially if you know me here on this channel, you know I'm anything but some horrible person like that. So anyway, but you know, that's how it goes. I have learned as a content creator, you have to be able to just let things slide off. Because sometimes people will come in and say mean things, and they've never even watched your channel before. And they just say mean stuff for no point, right? That is not the case with most of you guys. Most of you guys are awesome. Most of you guys rock. I mean, the fact is I had over 5,000 people watch the first part of my Tales of the Shire reviews and gameplay. And, 99% of everyone loved it, and you had left great comments and thumbs up and everything. So, and you were all like, oh, we really liked how you talked about that. It was really respectful and nice. That's my goal. I always want to be like that, especially in this day and age, because I feel like it's so easy there's so many things that have been weaseled into our games and our talk in our community through like political stuff, right? And I really don't want that to become part of this conversation. I want to talk about the Tales of the Shire as a standalone game, and what do you like, what do you don't like? Right? All right, continuing on. We're going to continue playing Zillick's Brownlock. And I will do a timestamp right here since I did a 30-minute little talk at the beginning here. You're funny, Elvin. All right, so we're back on our guy who I have made my hobbit look like a 50-or-something-year-old hobbit. I'm going to actually try to figure a few things out. I was told you can increase the backpack storage, and I really want to figure out how you fix the front door and things like that. So I'm going to do my very best to actually keep up with the quest log, because I gotta say the quest log is pretty good. I didn't rate that at the beginning with the ratings. It's pretty good, actually. It is pretty good, the quest log. I will do some voiceovers as we play, because I did enjoy doing voiceovers the other day. Check your postal box. All right, I'll do that. So, also, it's hilarious how The Hobbit runs. I think it's just so funny. And I've now watched other people's reviews on the game as well. And some people, they reviewed it, I'm like, yeah, I was anticipating that person not liking it, or liking it. Because you usually know. You can usually know, depending on the person. Alright, so hold on. Let me turn back up my audio here. I like the... Alright. So again, it is absolutely 100%, I think this game is based off like Animal Crossing style game. I think their idea of making a cozy game, they definitely held true to that entirely. I still think there could be more to the game in general. I think there could be more because I didn't even say this part. I talked about multiplayer and single player and rated it. I did not rate replayability. I don't think there's going to be any replayability in this game. So I give it a 1 out of 5. That's my gut feeling, all right? Now, could you still get on and play your same campaign, nostalgia and stuff? Yeah, sure, you could. But I don't know how the way the storyline works and how you build things up in your house. At a certain point, like, I feel like unless they add things in the future as some freaks, little expansions or something, I don't know how they could increase the replayability into the future. Because realistically, how much time does this game, I mean, you probably could get maybe 30 hours out of it, maybe, if you're going kind of slow. If you're rushing it, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I don't think anyone's, like, fully finished it. Maybe 1 or 2 people. Because I only know a few people who have put, like, 30 hours into it that I've seen online. It's only been out a few days. So, alright, so let's go ahead and it says head to the shop. I think we'll head to the shop. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll just run over to her house here. So I do like the running animation. So the butterflies, by the way, finding things to help you find, like, crafting materials and stuff like that. That's good. I like that. Alright, so we're going to run along here. I do love the interaction with you can interact with kind of the little animals and stuff. So that's nice. And then if we go down here, seems you've arrived. Got Sandyman's in a bit of a twist. Can I fish here? No, there's no fishing spots. So again, it's interesting. You get to certain spots in the game. So for example, I'm going to show you an example here of why I guess I'm a little bit disappointed on some of the texture styles. Right here, the lighting is really nice. The water is just fine. The animals are good. But, like, look at the ground, right? The ground right here. Like, I don't even mind the art style of the leaves and stuff. Those textures on the ground just look pretty darn bad. That's the bottom line. They look pretty bad. Like, Lord of the Rings Online is an 18-year-old game, and their textures look way better than that. Again, it's not like the end of the world, but if you look at other places with textures, like, for example, those little leaves up there on the moss and things, like, there's way better textures in some spots. So I don't know if it's just they didn't have the time to finish some of these things. But that's the kind of stuff, like, I think that's where you get a lot of the critics, right? And I'm being kind of a critic myself right now, being like, hey, this, it doesn't seem fully finished, right? Like, what the heck? Things like that. Or people claim, like, oh, they're just trying to sell you something without finishing it. I don't think so. I think they actually did feel like they had a good game set up. And the gameplay works. You're not falling through the floor like Gollum. The optimization, oh my goodness, I forgot to even say the optimization in my review at the beginning here, but I did in the previous stream. I would say the optimization is just fine, at least on the computer. I would probably give it a 3.5, 4 out of 10. Sorry, out of 5. It seems pretty darn good. It seems like it works great for me. Now, I've heard a few people say it doesn't work good for them. I have a really good computer, so it's hard for me to judge that for you guys, as if you're someone who just has a, I don't know how to, a generic computer, right? And I'm not trying to say that as an insult, guys. I literally work. This is my job to do my channel, so I have to have a good computer for it. But the bottom line is, I play really intensive games on the computer while I stream too. So this game is not, but I can't really judge. We did look at the thing last time, the task manager, and we noticed it wasn't really using too much. It was only using 7 gigabytes of RAM. They recommend 16, and it was only using 7, so I don't know why that was. Why they even, that was a thing. But let's go ahead here. So over here is Delphina Brandybuck. Could I help you with something? I have your herbs. Alright, so basically I'm going to give her these. Is that it? Was there another herb? I guess there's one other. Oh, there. Thank you. I just make these up into something for... Okay, alright, we'll let her finish.
Mm.
There you go. Again, it's very Animal Crossing, the conversations and stuff. Which, again, I don't think this is for everyone. I think some people are going to love this. I think some people are not going to love this. It's really going to be a niche game. It's going to be for those who really want it. I still would recommend to Weta for them to go in and do some graphical updates. And some, especially for the Switch. A lot of people are saying the Switch looks even worse than the PC. I wouldn't know yet. And will this definitely work? Oh, yes, probably. Could you check in on me later? By the way, the words, whoever did the writing of the characters, they're very much hobbits. That's really well done. Again, I gave that a high rating, right? 4 out of 5 for the storytelling of the characters' interactions. Now, it's not storytelling like Lord of the Rings. It's storytelling of hobbits doing daily chores. So, but it does feel like hobbits. The night-day cycle, by the way, I do like the night-day cycle. I think it's just fine. I think it feels just long enough. Now, you'll automatically be brought home at night. I don't know about the automatically being brought home at night thing. I almost kind of feel like they should just let you do stuff through the night and maybe give you a negative right on something if you stayed up all night, you know? But, I can't, like, that right there, I mean, that's a very pretty little sight, right? There's some charms in this game. Absolutely. There's definitely some charms in this game. Hello, Angus. What's up? Hello, Dermo. It's a cozy game. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think someone just joined this Twitch stream because I just explained that. I think this game is going to definitely be for people who like cozy games. They're going to absolutely love some of this stuff. I did get it for someone, one of my friends. It was their birthday, and they wanted this game. So I got it for them, and they said they're enjoying it so far. So I think for cozy game players, this game will be something very fun. But again, when it comes to graphics, they can still make it a little better. I'm pretty sure even Animal Crossing has some better textures here and there. But, like, for example, that house behind us right there, this looks great. Like, this is good. I love the art style. I have no problem with the art style. The art style is great. Alright. Looks like they're all asleep because it's nighttime. So the NPCs do go to sleep at night, which makes sense. Oh, she's not asleep. She's right here. What do you want? So I can trade this. So she'll take the wood you find in the forest and give you stuff for it. So, because she's like in charge of the lumber mill. Willow Took. Now, I do have to give credit where credit's due on that. The Tooks all look just like what they're described in the books. That all the ones that have the last name Took. But again, I think where people don't quite understand the lore correctly or just interpreting it extremely differently is that they're thinking the different groups of hobbits are like very drastically different groups of hobbits. Where in the Third Age of Middle-earth, they're all mixed. Tolkien says that they're all mixed. So they're all going to look somewhat similar. Everyone looks different, but they're going to look somewhat similar when it comes to like cultural, right? All right, so let's see here. And there's nothing wrong with me saying that. And if you think there's something wrong with me saying that, you'll have to think about that yourself, son. Gotta be careful this day and age. I notice some people jump the gun on things, and sometimes the people saying something to someone, accusing someone, might be doing it themselves. Alright, let's see here. So I can transfer all of these. The transfer thing is fine, but I wonder how easy it is on the Switch. Anyone played on the Switch yet? No? I'm going to go ahead and have my hobbit sleep here. And then we're going to try to actually complete some quests. I really want to try to, like, fix that. I still think it's funny that we're just sleeping in the bed of the person who possibly passed away in this house. And we didn't even change the sheets. Oh, that's true. I think, you're saying in Twitch that you think it's about the textures because it's the cozy game. I think the reason the textures aren't quite as high up there... This looks great, by this shot. Very pretty. I always like this morning shot. I think the reason for that is that the Switch can't handle too much because a lot of... The lighting, by the way, really cool. Really like the lighting in the game. Like that light beam coming in, that's kind of... Again, like LOTRO has, like, a couple games have that. I love that cool light rays effect coming in the windows. I think it looks really cool in games in general. But I think it really has to do with the fact that the Switch probably can't handle the graphics level that a computer could. So they kind of did a one-size-fits-all. And if you notice that the computers do have slightly better graphics still, from what I've seen. All right. Again, I like the wall too. So I really want to get this hobbit hole fixed up here and have some more fun here doing it. So, check your post, find a special, let's go ahead and go to the Bywater shop, since that seems like it's a quest we can do. All right. Now, I do like the fishing, by the way. The fishing system is a fun little mini game. I did like that a lot in the previous stream. We'll do some more today. Let you guys see. And again, a lot of you guys are going to be checking this out probably from... So, and again, if you want to throw a like on there, it'd be great. Appreciate the support. I love the ducks. The ducks look awesome. All right. The birds giving you a little path, showing you where to walk. That was pretty good. Especially early on. Helps you learn really quick. And then, of course, this is kind of the fishing system. And I really like the fishing system. It's actually, like, really enjoyable. Like, I actually do like the fishing system. So you aim it, and you can't let it turn red, because you let it turn red, your line break, you lose it. So you have to kind of fight the... There we go. Got a new kind of fish. Cool. Of course we're keeping it. So anyway, the fishing system, I like it. I think it's very well done. Just fun. It's like fun, but not like annoying. So it's perfect for those people who just like a really simple arcade game kind of thing. And it does seem to get harder over time, which is good, because if it didn't, that would be sad. All right. Nice. Got another one. Perfect. So you need these to cook. So the cooking is very... The cooking actually as a minigame in itself is pretty good too. So those are the kind of things. If you want to kind of know what are in the game to do, it's pretty much you do quests, you gather stuff, you fish. There's cooking to have like your dinner party and increase your image and quality with the other hobbits, which is very much a hobbit thing. We know Bilbo talked about that, right, with Sackville Baggins. It's a very hobbit thing. And also, guys, if you are enjoying this as a video or a stream right now live, don't forget to throw a like on there. Appreciate the support. And again, I'd love to hear your opinions. What are you enjoying about the game? What are you not enjoying about the game? Things like that. I like to hear people's opinions. And even if people disagree with me, just do it respectfully and have a fun conversation. I leave conversations of things that are respectful and in good taste. Occasionally, I've learned that as a content creator, you get the occasional random person who's not one of your regular viewers who says something and it's like, yeah, I'm not going to waste my time of day on someone who doesn't want to actually have a conversation. They just want to yell at me. That's when the ban button is very helpful. I like to leave. I like the public conversation, but again, it's my channel still, so right. All right, so this is where you can buy bacon and beef and chicken, coney, mutton, pork. We all know what these are from, right? Cow, chicken, rabbit, right? Pigs, sheep. And of course, bacon is also technically from a pig. And then you can buy eggs here, cream, and you can earn money by selling what you've gathered. I believe the quests also occasionally give you money. This is Farmer Cotton's son, I believe, young Tom Cotton. And he's always out in the fields. He definitely did a good job. He looks like a farmer. I like him as a character. His character design looks great. And this is his dad, Farmer Cotton, who, by the way, I like Farmer Cotton. I think he's good. And again, he is very tanned because he is constantly in the fields. And it's funny because his wife, who is at home, she's very not tanned. And I like that realism there because I have family who are farmers and were farmers in my history of my family. And there's such, some people get such good tans. Me, I just burn. I don't get good tans. So I always have to stay good. So I'm always jealous of anyone who can get a good tan without burning. All right, so this guy's a shyster. We've already learned this. Bless my bargains, you're here. All right, this guy does though actually sell a bunch of ingredients that you need for making special meals. As you get your ingredients and stuff, collect them, you start getting them in your like little book, and you get more and more options of things that you can craft, as in food. Also, I've got my little Hobbit cup here already and set to go. Hobbits! Ah, cheers with some wonderful tea there. Let me catch up here on the stream with you guys too. It looks like a fun gaming. Yeah, definitely. I think that everyone, if you want to play this game and get this game, you just have to realize that it is a cozy game. That's what it is. Don't expect it to be anything else. All right? That's what I'm going to just make really clear. Because again, when I'm reviewing things for people, I'm really a glass half full kind of guy, and I'm really positive on things. But at the same time, I want people to get real reviews when I'm talking about things. So, I will tell you, it is a cozy game. Don't expect it to have like combat or fighting goblins or like a lot of other major things. You're cooking, you're fishing, you're gathering, you're talking with storytelling, you're going to be redecorating your house and refixing your house up and having dinner parties and keeping your reputation up. Like those are like the big points in the game. So if that doesn't sound fun to you, then maybe you don't, that's not your game. If it sounds fun to you, maybe that's your game. So again, personally, myself playing the game, I have enjoyed it. It's not a game I think that I would replay for 1,000 hours, but I've enjoyed my first 6 hours of gameplay. I think it's fun. I like talking about it. I think it's fun to kind of explore. All right, so this guy, Mr. Sandyman here, he's a grump. What is it? I would like to. Whoa, big thing of oats. Actually, I think I need those, so I'm gonna purchase one of those. Okay. It's funny because this guy actually has a large horse. So you've noticed there's been ponies, but this guy has a full-size horse, which I appreciate how tiny I am compared to this horse. Yeah, so. This spot, by the way, like, I look at these barns. See the textures on all these barn and wood? Like, this looks awesome. I love this. The houses, they look fantastic. I can go, oh, that's kind of cool that I can actually go into his store behind him. I will say that. It does feel good that they actually did, like, see, like, right here, how there's, like, an invisible wall? I can't go any farther than this. I do like that they gave the option to go back into his shop here and walk around. Things like that. Those little touches like that, I do like that in games. I really appreciate that. I think it adds to the game. Now, these special windows here are actually something that they have put in. I do have, which I might make a little video about, but my friend actually already did a review of this particular same thing over on Relics of Ardar's channel. But it is the collector's a little edition here. I wanted to see what it was like. It's fine. I will review it later. It wasn't really very expensive. It was very reasonably priced. But they came with some stuff, and I did buy, knowing that I was going to buy the Steam version early before the package came. I did get the Switch version, so I'm trying to think if any of my family has a Switch, because if they do, I might try it out and see what I think when it comes to the graphic fidelity on that and how it runs. Gravity is defying logic right now in my room. I don't know how that fell like that. All right. So anyway, I like just exploring through these areas. It's really pretty. Oh, there we go. We're just kind of wandering as we collect some different materials. I'm already doing the thing I did in my first stream where I'm just enjoying the world and I'm talking and I'm not even actually doing the quests. So on a positive note to the game for that, it's very good at letting you just kind of run around and enjoy the world. So again, like I told you, I gave a high rating to how the Shire looks. I gave it a 4 out of 5, right? I think it looks fantastic, the Shire. Definitely very nice. Do those butterflies usually lead you to things? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, cool. Asparagus, sweet. So if you see butterflies, they'll usually lead you to something. So just follow the butterflies. Follow the butterfly. It will transform into a beautiful butterfly. Everyone know the bug's life? Alright, so now I'm pretty much at my limit. I really want to increase my limit of my backpack. So I really should be doing the quests. Because I'm assuming that's how I increase my limits. And how I built my house up. So, but I did collect some good amount of stuff here. And you can hold down shift to run. At least that's on the computer version. But yeah, look at how nice and happy this is right here. Like, I really like this. This spot's one of my favorite spots in the game right here. I think I said that in the last stream. I really like this spot with the river, and you got the pretty fields right there of the wheat, and then all these beautiful trees and flowers. Like, this is very happy. I still think that the music could be a little more prevalent, but the background music right now is pretty. You guys can hear the music, right? I have it on correctly? I think I have it on correctly. It gets very quiet sometimes, the music, I notice. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Sometimes certain spots have more than one to pick up. Good to know. All right, that is good to know. Well, we won't pick up this wood. That's good to know. That's kind of nice. I was wondering about that because I was thinking this is going to take forever if they make me do one of each. So that's kind of cool. You can pick up more than one spot. I like that. I like that. All right, the Great East Road, which, by the way, nice little lore tidbit. It does go through Bywater, so I appreciate that they said that. With Farmer Cotton out in the village, seems like Rosie has really taken to the farm. Rosie Cotton is great. We met her once in the story. Now, you never get to meet Frodo or Bilbo. You do get to meet Gandalf for a moment at the beginning, which I'm glad that Gandalf was there. But it's a little bit, I don't know, I feel like it would be kind of nice if he could, you know, meet Frodo or Bilbo just a little bit, just to tie it in, just to be kind of like neighborly, you know? They'd be like, hi, neighbor. I think you can. I was told the other day that you can upgrade the backpack, so I'm assuming it's with the quests. Let's see Rosie. Yeah. Yeah, I will try to find her again. I'm trying to... They do move around the NPCs a little bit. So I will have to check. Alright, I'm going through this door. Whoop! Let me go ahead and run over here. And like, clearly... I still enjoy the game because I'm playing it. Now, granted, you might be like, well, Zollin, aren't you reviewing it? Yeah, well, that is one of the reasons I played it. Would I have played it without reviewing it? I probably, as a Lord of the Rings fan, still would have checked it out. But it definitely helped being a content creator to want to review it. Head to the shop. So let me go ahead and... I think it's nighttime, so let's go ahead and sleep here. Get up early in the game. All right, Saturday morning. We got up real early. It's still dark outside. Early dawn. So, head to the shop. So we're going to go ahead and head to the shop. Right here. Ask Nora about the letter. By the way, I really like the character Nora. I really like how her character so far has been written. She's a very lovable character. She's really nice. So far, a lot of the characters have felt very, very much like hobbits. A couple of them are grumps, right? A couple of them are, you know, just like any town, right? You got a little of everybody. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go talk to. Oh, yeah, these characters are actually quite lovable characters. Zilix Broadlock. I was saying that there's no finer hobbit to get to Bywater Village. Club's up and running. Thank you. So, where are you going to start? How about the Forging Club? Foraging. That will be Delphina, I suppose. It should be, but you know Delphine, she thinks no one else wants to learn from her. I want to learn from her.
Hello.
I do too. She understands the land better than anyone. And I want to forage for more than plants. The land around here must be full of mathums, which is their trade-in coin in the original Shire. So that's a little bit of a lore tidbit. I like that. No, you don't. You have cluttered up our place enough with your useless objects. That's not money, excuse me. The mathums clarification. are like a trading item, usually. It's just like anything from the Matham House Society, which is something that is in the books. So, again, nice little lore tidbit. Of course they're useless. That's what a Matham is. It's a collectible, basically. We fans over here with all our collections. We all know this. You guys all know this watching. I'm sure you have your own fair share of collections watching this stream right now. And why shouldn't we collect them? There's a whole Matham house in Mickeldelving. That's the best place for them, Zilix. In Mickeldelving, not in our shop. There's a shiny metal shirt in the Matham house.
Yay!
Mr. Baggins brought it back from his adventures. I used to sit and listen to his stories about trolls and dragons and dwarven treasure. Well, I like that. There's a little bit about Bilbo. I like Mr. Baggins. Any hobbit with such a fine taste in waistcoats wins my approval. But I wish he hadn't filled Nori's young head with so many, factful notions. I promise you I will only forage for food. I will not search for Mathams. I definitely will. You should get another hobbit to join the foraging club, Zilix. It would encourage I'll just say Delphine, her regular name. Her abbreviated name. That's a good idea. How about Daisy? She's always keen to have little adventures. I'll go ask her. As soon as you've seen her, we'll go visit Delphine together. Alright, exclamation marks mean they have a quest, so let's see what else he's got for me. How are you feeling? Oh, the curses, you know. I'm starting to feel better, but a bit of Delphine's medicine wouldn't do me any harm. Let's see how this goes. So, remember we got medicine or whatever to give to him. What have you done to me? Uh-oh. Perhaps it needs some time to work properly? The last thing it needs is more time. It's getting worse as the minutes go by. Achoo! I'm not getting better. Achoo! Poor guy. Go to Delphine and see if there's something else she can do. Alright. Alright, poor guy. Apparently the medicine did not help. What can I do for you? You wanted to see me? I did. I was talking to Mrs. Cotton the other day, and she told me about the old fork Hobson Hornblower gave you. Oh yes, that old thing. Have you still got it? I have it. Apparently, a long time ago, there was such a thing as a Bywater cutlery set. And that old fork was a part of it? Every item of it's been ever lost. See, this is the stuff, right? It's decent storytelling, but it's really simplistic things because hobbits are simple folk, right? And that's the point. I do think they catch that as a cozy game. I think they got that. Now, will this be for everybody as all gamers? No, of course not. But every game is not for everybody. But I do think that this game will be more niche, again, like I said, than other games. But I'm enjoying it still. So the fact that you have a piece of it makes it very valuable indeed. I thought you'd like to know. So Homeblower actually gave me something very valuable for free? Don't tell him, Zilix. I don't think he'll ever get over the shock. Alright, so I guess it's one... Okay, so I have one of the forks of a Dwarven crafted set. Well, of course it's rare and awesome. Dwarves made it. Hello, Martin says, I'd love the Lord of the Rings themed Mordau chivalry game. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. You know, I think they're making they've been working on a mod for Mountain Blade 2. It's called Mount, like on a horse, and Blade 2. It's a fun game, by the way, medieval game. It's not quite Chivalry or Mordau. I've played both those games. Great games, by the way. Just throwing that out there. But that would be cool to have a game like that. But they're doing a Lord of the Rings mod for Mountain Blade 2, which is pretty awesome. They've been working on it for years. It's one of those things that they're just working away. Let's go ahead and go talk to Delphine again real quick. So again, it seems like there is a lot of back and forth, right, with the quests. Like, go talk to this person, go talk to that person. And I guess as you go back and forth, you forage, and then maybe you water your plants, because you can garden. I think, did I say you can garden at the beginning? But you can garden. You're a hobbit. I love to garden in real life. Hit H to customize your home. Yes, when you're in your home, absolutely, you are correct. One video, yes. We still haven't seen. I'm sorry, we still have not seen Rosie. We'll see here, I'm sure. Oh, she's not at home. All right. Well, hopefully not too far away. So she's probably out foraging, which I'm sure could be a frustrating thing to not be able to find her for a quest, but also at the same time, it feels realistic. I still think it's a realistic mechanic. The camera controls are pretty good. The fact that things will blur out so that you can always see your character, well, except for that. But usually it cuts things out so you can see your character if you're looking through a rock or something. They're fine. The camera controls are just fine. They're nothing amazing, but they're just fine. There's nothing wrong with the camera. Oh, there she is. I found her. All right. Can I help you with something? That medicine you made didn't work. Oh dear. He needs a sour meal. Can you make one? Yes. Get it cooked up as soon as possible and bring it straight back here. To you? All right. Well, okay. We'll go cook a sour meal. Let's just keep working on the quest line. We'll go back to our house. So I think the best course of action is to always, if your stuff is empty, pick things up. Like, always be foraging. Like, you know, you could do fishing too, but I would always be picking stuff up because you can sell it for money and then buy stuff to cook with that are special ingredients. So I would always pick everything up you see. I'm starting to learn what is able to be picked up. There's not really a whole lot of info except for the butterflies that explain like an item you can pick up. So I'm just, you know, I kind of like being zoomed out, by the way. The zoom out is nice. What do you guys think of the zoom out? I actually do like the zoom out. All right, let's continue on here. Pick this one up. Anyway, welcome to the stream, by the way, everyone who just hopped in. How you doing? We are exploring the Shire. What we are trying to do is I'm trying to actually focus on getting quests done, all right? For anyone who just joined the stream, the first 30 minutes of the stream was me doing my review ratings and a little bit into that. And then the last half hour, we've been trying to actually get some quests done here in the game. I think I've said this about 10 times now on the stream, but since some new people just hopped in, this game is definitely, they hit the nail on the head for a cozy game. Now, there's a couple things here and there that I still would recommend them upgrade. But when it comes to just being a cozy game in general, I think they hit the nail on the head. But it is a very niche game. I think it's going to be for those people who want to play cozy games. It's great for me when I'm doing streams, though. I love it that I can actually talk to you guys while I do, like, I mean, you know me. I always talk to everybody, no matter what I'm streaming. But it's not really super complex. As long as I stay focused on my quests. You guys know that I sometimes get a little distracted. Classic Hobbit trait. Alright. Up we go. Back to the house. The house looks great, by the way. And I do like that they went for... It's not Bag End, by the way. We're in Bywater. It's a nice older Hobbit woman who passed away. Or moved. I'm assuming passed away. We took over the house and we're kind of rebuilding it because it's kind of falling apart. But the tree looks very much like the tree from the movies, right? From Bag End. So I appreciate that they kind of made it have that look. All right. So we need to cook a sour meal, we were told. So we're going to go into the cooking here. How do we know it's sour? I'm trying to remember this. Okay, recipes. With tangy rhubarb. There it is at the top. Sour. Unseasoned. Got it. So I need to make him this. Okay. So the crafting actually for the cooking gets more complex than it would. And I'm going to freak you out right now. I'm over here now. We're going to go ahead. We need rhubarb. We need oats, which we bought. And we need one thing of milk. Oh, this is a higher grade milk, I guess. Oh, interesting. There's like a higher grade milk. Okay, we're going to cook. All right, after the majority of the ingredients to the flavor change the meal flavor, each seasoning is unable at specific station changing the ingredients flavor of the seasoning. Okay, so there's a thing down there in the corner. There's a reason I switched sides on you. See that over there? We're trying to get it to be where the pie or the thing is on that gold star. Okay? So to do that, you increase the crispiness and tenderness. If you want it crispier, you don't cook it. You want it more tender, you cook it on the fire. If you want it crunchier, you don't cut it as much. If you want it smoother, you cut it more. All right? I don't know if it's going to get more complicated than this, but that's the basics of the minigame, okay? So, we start with the rhubarb. Put it on here. So again, we want it a little bit more on the smoother side. You can see it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and chop it till we're a little bit into smooth. Now we're going to have, you have to remember you have more than one thing. I'm doing two versions of rhubarb. So there, it moved up. Did you see that? How it went up? Now again, I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Oh, I probably could have cooked it if it let me. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and do the next one here. And we're going to again go just past smooth. And that should get us close to the spot being on the star, right about there. I kind of learned a little bit in the previous stream. There we go. See, now it's glowing. It's pretty much perfect is what that means when it glows. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add the oats. And I'm going to add the milk. Not going to cook anything. And ta-da, done. And I'm going to put it in my backpack, which I guess I can't. So I'm going to put it in the pantry. And then I'm going to have to unload my backpack, which that is getting a little bit frustrating. I will not... hopefully I can make my backpack a lot bigger than 10 slots. I do like it that things stack. Thank goodness. That would have been a little frustrating if it didn't stack. You can't, for some reason, put the wood inside your pantry. And I don't think there's a spot to put wood from what I know yet. I could be wrong. I could figure that out later. Now, where's my meal I just cooked? It should be in here. Cool. Taters and beans. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Doesn't seem there's any decay that happens, which I'm happy about. There it is. All right, we're going to put that in our bag, and then we're going to run this back to him tomorrow. No, actually, no, he's sick. We need to run it to him today. No. Okay, it's not sleepy time. Oh, we have to talk to her first. So, it is important to read the quest, because I almost went to the wrong person. All right, how much am I freaking you guys out being on the wrong side of the screen? I can really freak you guys out. Ready? All right, there's now 2 of me. Yeah, so for those who just jumped in, hi Ragson, what's up? Welcome to the stream. And Jared, hello. Jared, this is absolutely a cozy game. It's going to be a niche game for people who like cozy games. Now, I gotta say, as not a big cozy game player, and not a big fan of cozy games myself usually, I have enjoyed parts of this game. But I've already done my rating at the beginning of the stream and the previous stream. This is technically part 2 of me playing the game. So if you want to like hear my full breakdown of my rating numbers, jump to the beginning of the stream later as a video if you'd rather be here live and then switch back later. We would love you to be here live and join us. So I'm going to continue to try to do a couple more voiceovers as I go through the game. And you guys okay? Is the sound all right? Like, are we okay on the level of sound? Is it... Obviously, I want my voice to be the loudest thing. Here's another thing that does bother me. Okay, this is a little bit makes the world feel constricted to me slightly. See how this spot looks like I should be able to hop down? See how I can't? And there's no jumping. Your character can't jump. So when it comes to character movement and control, something I didn't rate at the beginning of the stream, which isn't super important because it's a cozy game, I'd give it like a 2 out of 5. Because I can't go down this little tiny hill right here. There's an invisible wall. And when it clearly feels like you should be able to. And I can't jump at all. or grab on anything. That would have been kind of fun. But again, it's a cozy game, so it's not really supposed to be able to be like you can scale things. It's not like an adventure survival game, right? It's all about the storytelling and explore. Delphina Brandybuck. Can I help you with something? I have a sour meal. She asked me for this. All right. I'm going to gift that to her. Excellent. This will definitely do the trick. Are you sure? As sure as I can be. Did your mother write down any cures? Mm-hmm. She left me a beautiful book, but the ink's all faded now. It's like I'm forgetting her. Oh, that's so sad. Just like I can't remember her face anymore. Oh my goodness. It's sad. What the heck? Oh, this is supposed to be a happy, cozy game. I know you've done your best. All right, sweet. Oh, look at me being all encouraging. You're very kind, Zelix. I'll get this meal to him. You can check on him later. All right. There we go. See if he feels better. Oh, I can go straight to him? All right, let's just go straight to him. Let's continue this story. I'm curious if I continue this, if I'm going to get a reward. You know, loot. See, classic MMO player. And everyone's like, cozy game. No, it's part of the journey. I'm like, loot! Loot! I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing, guys. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the stream. We got a couple other people. I'll try to answer questions as I go. So no orcs. Ragson, there's no orcs, my friend. I'm sorry. There is literally zero combat in this game. There is no combat. I was not anticipating combat. A lot of what I thought this game was going to be, by the way, I was right on a lot of things with my guesses. I may have lowered the bar a little too much, though, because I think it's better than my original thoughts were going to be on it. I also think that Weta might have done a couple changes with a few things, and I think it was for the best, and I think they did a good job right before it got released. This guy's hilarious. Oy. He's the male hobbit, as in male man. M-A-I-L, not M-A-L-E. Just making sure we all get... But he doesn't think he delivers the mail, but he doesn't think he's a mailman. Hey. He's got a pretty average IQ, to say it nicely. You're like, that's not nice, Zollin. Bilbo said it about people. I'm just staying like Bilbo, okay? What can I do for you? Did the sour meal make you feel any better? I think I sneezed every bit of the sniffle out of me by myself. So by making you sneeze so much, Delphina's cure worked? In any unconventional way, perhaps it did. I haven't even eaten the meal yet. I will tell her. She needs cheering up. Is she sad? Yes, well, I can understand that. Don't worry about it, Zelix. I will go and see Delphine right away and thank her myself. Thank you. So we don't have to walk again. We appreciate that. But first, I need to thank you for 2 reasons. Firstly, for being a skilled healer's assistant. He literally said it didn't help him. And what's the second reason? For bringing me tonight's dinner. I am rather partial to a good sour meal. Oh, that's why she did that. Oh, he gave me a bunch of apples. He gave me or peppers, and he gave me a box of peppers. I thought they were apples. They're peppers. First glance, I thought it was an apple. No, it's a pepper. It has the shape of a pepper in the picture. Yeah, I would I thought game of golf. Where is my game of golf where I can hit a goblin's head down a hole, right? Like, that would have been cool. I wonder, if they have the mini game of golf in here. That would have been cool. I don't think that's going to be in the game. I've not heard anything about that from anyone. But again, I haven't been really, like I told you guys, I wanted my review to be very purely what I thought when I played the game. So I'm only watching reviews just now. All right. Let's go and talk to this person. Is that Rosie? No, that's Daisy. That's the little girl. So this is a little child hobbit. We've been helping her with riddles. And in the previous one, asked Daisy to join the foraging club. So basically, I'm starting up clubs. What a very hobbit thing of me to do. Can I club a goblin's head down a hole? Okay, we'll stop on the the game of golf idea here. I will say the world it's growing on me for sure. Like I do, it's very peaceful. I feel very peaceful when I play the game, which I think is what their goal was. Oh, there she is. Daisy Took.
Do you want anything?
Did you want me to join the forging club?
Yeah.
Well, that settles that.
Zilix?
Yes?
What's a foraging club?
It's a club to explore the forest and find wonderful plants and flowers.
Like going on an adventure and finding treasure? But I'll need to ask my mum first.
Also, have you noticed she has an olifant in her hand, a toy?
Let's ask her right now. I'm sure she'll say yes.
Good moral lessons. Ask your parents before running off into the forest. Oh, Zilix Brownlocks, what brings you here? I'm making sure we have a foraging club.
Foraging club, foraging club.
I suppose it's a useful skill. I thought Delphina was going to run it. I'm hoping she will, but Delphina thinks no one will be interested. Nori said she's going to do it. And you want Daisy to join. She can, can't she?
Can I please, please? I promise I'll be good. I'm always off exploring and I'd love to find new things to eat.
But I can't let you go now. You have all the wood to move to the workshop. I need you to work to help. Wow, she's making her daughter work. Carry wood around? I can help.
Thank you, Zilix.
All right then. Get the wood moved and Daisy can go.
Thank you so much. I'll get ready while I grab the wood.
Again, it's very endearing, cute storylines. They're very, you could say even corny, but I think it's sweet. I think they're nice. Let's see here. So, collect 3 pieces of windfall wood. We'll grab this one. And apparently, all right, we'll grab this one. And we'll grab this one. Oh, that was easy. Oh, there's another one. I'll go ahead and grab everything. I didn't know. Oh, there's a lot here, actually. I didn't realize how much spawned right here. Sweet. That'll help, because I'm probably going to need it to rebuild my house, most likely. We'll find out, won't we? Thanks for putting likes on the stream, too, guys. I appreciate that. It really does help. The other day, you guys all liked the stream really quick, and we got a lot of people that came by during the stream, the event. All right, let's go ahead and talk here with Willow Took. What do you want? I have the wood you asked for. Dink, 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 dink. Nice job. Daisy will be very happy. That's a job well done, my good Daisy. Don't go wandering off.
I thought that was what I was supposed to do.
You can see why I'm worried. Keep an eye on her, won't you, Zilix? I will. Come on, Daisy. Let's meet up with Nora. All right. So anyway, that we're getting a little faster now with doing these quests. Now, can I? There's not like a fast travel, is there? So, by the way, you can notice here, there's one person we haven't actually talked to. Is that Rosie? Maybe I haven't talked to. Is that supposed to be? I think that's supposed to be Rosie. So these are all the characters. There is actually a dwarf. It is a female dwarf, but you can't tell, which I kind of appreciate until you talk to her. That was actually kind of funny. Now, I'd love some more dwarves, but I like that there's one dwarf in it. So, and then you can see here's your recipes that you find and create. There's actually a lot. So, like, I feel like with this many, like, things over here, like, stews 14, soup 16, platters 16. I mean, that's a lot of different kinds of foods. I feel like that's going to take a while. Here's the kinds of fruits and vegetables and fish. Herbs. Yeah, so, anyway. I like the menu. The menu is good. I give the menu a 4 out of 5. I think the menu is very helpful, very useful. So they're doing a good job with that. So it's actually becoming nighttime right now, so I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll have my hobbit sleep real quick, and then we'll go do the next quest. I want to progress through the days because I'm curious to get into, like, we're in summer now. I'm curious to get into winter and see if it gets like snowy or something like that. I do like that some days it rains. The weather changes so drastically. I really like that. I think it really is fun. Now, interesting with this game is you don't really have to feed yourself. So it's not a survival game. You don't have to be feeding yourself at all. You only cook to do, like, events for people to come over to your house. So that's kind of interesting. So speaking of cook, I've got a cookie. When you're playing a Hobbit game, you should definitely have some snacks. If you don't have a snack right now, you should go get one. We have mail. You have mail. What is that old program that said that? I think I'm almost too young to even remember when that was used. But I do remember my parents making jokes about that. You have mail. The time has come for a new season. Oh, really? A season change means new varieties of forageables have emerged. Oh, interesting. Okay. Some shops will have new stock. Fully grown plants survive the change. However, currently growing plants that dislike this new season will grow slower and yield less delicious products. All right. I mean, that's realistic, right? The house is a mess, but I do like how it looks. Oh, we're in fall. Oh, that's cool. Okay. That's cool. I like that, how that changed. So, by the way, this is, H mode is the crafting mode. And I guess you can actually take some shots here, some screenshots, right? Kind of cool. There's a camera mode. Oh, can I move this? I can move the stones, huh? Oh, cool. That's kind of cool. What else can I move? Okay, those are not movable. I like these stones, by the way, these texture. I said this the other day on my other stream. These are kind of lower on the texture, and these ones look great. And again, the art style I enjoy in the game. I think the art style is very nice. I just think there's a few things that could be upgraded when it comes to other stuff. Oh, okay, so... Oh, look at that. I can go from wood to brick. Oh, cool. Wait a second. Oh, cool, look, we're gonna make our house a brick house now. The front door I still can't interact with. I must have to do something in a quest still to finish that. Alright. You can move around your plants, by the way. So you can stash it or you can move it. So you can change how your garden sits. Or where you put it. So in theory, I can move my garden so that all of these are kind of in the same spot. So this is actually, like, I think this is pretty well done. This system seems very nice. So when it comes to decorating, so far, for my very limited play of the decoration system, it seems like it's very easy to use. It's not super complicated. You got the info right there in the bottom right, which you can't see, but right there, you got the info of how to rotate things and move stuff around. Let's go ahead and restylize this. Oh, look at that. Oh, dude, wait. Oh, wait a second. I want the, I want the vines, the ivy. That's cool. There we go. Look at that. That's awesome. Oh, this is cool. Oh, that's cool. All right, sweet. So we've redone our house a wee bit. What's that over there? Is that just a marker I put down? H to get you back out of that. Do I have mail? All right. How do I archive it? Just press R? Huh. Not quite sure there. All right, well. I think I pinned that spot by mistake. That's why it's doing it. Okay. You can pin any spot on the map, so. Let's go ahead and talk to Nori. So the sun is coming up here, so we're gonna be able to see the game. Oh, look at how neat that looks. I like the season changes. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Alright, Snora. Where does she go? There she is. What can I do for you? Daisy will be joining the foraging club. Well done! We're almost ready. Let's wait for Daisy to arrive. The automatic change.
Hello, is this the foraging club? Now, Daisy, don't get too excited. We need you to be gentle with Delphine. She's a bit like a forest animal herself. Be too loud and she'll disappear. So don't jump in and say, we want to learn to foraging. Start by asking her for help to look for some herbs. I don't know. That's why we need Delphine. You do the talking, Zilix. Just give it to me. Alright. Let's see. Let's get back to her. So, okay. Also, here's one of the... So, by the way, just so you guys know, though, the green dragon is here in the game. This is not the green dragon we're in right now. This is Village Square. But the green dragon is in the game. It's up here. And the green dragon is in Bywater. It's not in Hobbiton. And the whole joke is Bywater really a town? And really what the whole thing at the beginning of the story was, which if you watched my first stream, you would know this. But the beginning of the story is they're trying to, like... People are like, you're not a town, you're just Bywater. You're next to Hobbiton. Hobbiton's the town. And Bywater's like, wait, we want to be a town too. So, like, they're, like, trying to become a town. So that's, like, one of their things. Oh, look at that. Now that it's fall, things are falling off the tree. Oh, I'm a genius. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Ooh, that lighting is pretty over the hill. Who is this, by the way? Maybe Sandy Man's got a nice cousin in Hobbiton. Yeah, because he's a grump. Alright, 3 farthings stone. So if you notice, we've covered like half the map just in the stuff we've done so far in the last hour. Ooh, elderberries. I hear elderberries and I just think of that one show where someone insults their mom, and your mother smelled of elderberries. And you're like, hey, that's not very nice. I don't know, was that like... I don't even know that. I forget what it's even from, but... Ah, there she is. Can I help you with something? Can I ask you something? Zilix? Let's talk back near my house. My home. Oh! And Nori and Daisy are here too. Do you want something? We want to learn the foraging. Hold on, Daisy. Dearest Delphine, we wondered if you'd like to help us with a foraging club to adventure and treasure. Oh gosh. Children. Daisy! Daisy, Daisy's just very keen. On foraging. Well, that's lovely, Daisy, and I'm keen to show you how. Although I'm not sure where the adventures and treasure came into. So I suppose we are the Bywater's new foraging club. Not until we forage something. I've got a moment. Okay. Alright, can we forage now? Ready to leave? Let's go. Alright, we're gonna get there a little faster. I kind of want to see what we actually do here. We're almost there. Wow, that was loud. The Big Bywater treasure hunt. Not far now, just a little further down the hill almost. Right, follow Delphine. Hello, welcome to the stream. How's it doing over there? Yes, the Ramora in Twitch. It's from, I thought it was from that Monty Python, the Holy Grail. You're right, that's what it's from. That's where the insult joke was from with the elderberries thing. You're right. Ooh, truffles! I love truffles. They're so good. Yeah, I just shoved her. Yes, I did. She was stuck. Alright. Alright, everyone, start foraging. Good luck. We'll head back when we're all foraged a few things. Forage 3 things. Well, I already... Oh, apparently if you get too close to the NPC and click your forage button, it will also talk to them, so... Alright, I gotta forage 3 things, eh? I guess you should always be careful not to forage stuff before you start the quest. Because if it's a quest like that, where you have to forage in the area... I already picked things up. Uh-oh. Do they respawn? Because that would be an issue. I would assume they respawn. Maybe I could forage anything. Maybe you can just go up here. Maybe it doesn't matter. Hopefully the game... Let's just check. Hopefully the game doesn't, like, force me to... Alright, good. Okay. It's like, it better not be like, just that spot. Well done, everyone. I see a lot of heavy packs. It was fun. A bunch of worms while I was foraging. They liked the dirt around here. Did you? Want to forage for worms? Yes. You spent all your time helping us. I didn't see you get anything for yourself. You can have some worms. No thanks, Daisy. You've given me plenty. Alright. We'll put a club notice board on the ivy bush, which is the inn in this area, where everyone can see it. I'll put up notices on the club board. Why don't you talk to old Noakes about the fishing clubs, Zilix? Oh, I like this character. It's funny. Yeah, sure. Alright, we'll see everyone later. Okay, there we go. Alright, ask Marigold how to convince old Noakes to lead the fishing club. Alright, so we gotta go find Marigold. Oh, did that just open up this door when it was closed before? No, we've been here before. I think it was just closed to kind of help guide the quest. Alright. So, now, my backpack is full. Let's get back to our place. I'm just going to grab all these hazelnuts because I think they seem to be more abundant here in the fall, which it said it would change what drops. Some things I can't get because I already am, like, full. So we'll bring these back. I do like the weather change is pretty cool. So whenever you see this shimmery, this is like an observing point. A stone bridge. You don't see many of them in the Shire. These stones look old. It's just like the Bywater Bridge. Made by dwarves? It must be. They built the Great East Road. And they still travel from the Blue Mountains to the Misty Mountains. And now, I can walk across it too. Wow, you are a genius, my hobbit. What a genius. He can walk across a bridge, guys. Oh, I'm totally trolling him. Alright, so we need to talk with... We're right next to the Ivy Bush Inn, so we're going to go ahead and talk to her first. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the stream. On the Switch, yes, the graphics need improvement on the Switch version, and I think they could use a little bit on the computer too, but definitely on the Switch version. I think that they did a more basic because they wanted to be able to run good on the Switch. But there's definitely been, and this is not just a criticism towards this game with that. There's been a lot of games recently that have been released, and their graphics or the optimization is not well done. They've, like, game companies, you guys gotta do that more. I think they need to do more testing. I have a feeling they're just kind of doing basic testing and then releasing it to the mass, and then, like, doing updates after everyone's kind of tested it on their computers. That's not really a very good practice. They really got to get some serious testing going to make sure. I wish they would release a patch. Yes, that is what I have been saying in this stream today and yesterday. I think they should do that for sure. Especially if people already paid the money. They should at least fix it. What would you like, lovely? About the fishing club. Hello, Marigold. This is Marigold? Oh, different Marigold. Marigold pots. Okay. Hello, lovely. What brings you to the Ivy Bush Inn? I want to start a fishing club, and I need your help. You want me to help Noski, don't you? I'm going to cook him a meal. Nora said you'd know the food he likes. He'll eat anything. It doesn't even have to be fish. I'll do my best. Is he threatening to use you as bait? Yes, he did, actually. Yes. That means he likes you. You'll be all right. Wait, what? Thanks, Mary. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. That's funny. Sorry, I'm doing classic Hobbit. Eating while I need to go to my house and drop stuff off, and then... Is that... Oh, no, it's not her. It's just this is random Hobbit. This Hobbit is like... Again, see, you notice... So, I like the art style. I like these Hobbits. But, you notice, it is a little bit funny how... They really, really made... I really had to use the body shapes. They're like... It's interesting how they stand. I don't know if I would have gone with this kind of like... They all have bad back posture kind of stance. But, they do look like hobbits. The feet look great. I think their eyes all look very happy and things like that. So, I can just, like, shove this NPC. How much can I glitch this out? Ah! What's best to eat at this time? I'm pushing. Get. So I guess they just kind of move for you a little bit when you're running into them over and over. I'm play testing right now, guys. I'm testing if I'm gonna find a glitch and my Hobbit is gonna like fly 100 feet in the air. All right. Seems like it is functioning in somewhat normal parameters. I'm just kidding. Hey, what's up, Relics of Ardor? How's it going? Relics of Ardor, I was telling people that you did a nice little review on the Switch hard copy with the little collector's edition sheath. All right. So, share a meal with old Noakes. So I think I need to summon him. So to summon people for a dinner party, you go to this table, and you say, these are letters. Select at my home, and I want old Nooks, whatever his name is. Maybe I need to increase the happiness with more of these people and have them come over with food. There's the person I have the quest for. So he's the one I'm going to invite. Oh, I can have 2 people over. Why don't I invite the dwarf? Let's get more friendly with this dwarf. Send invitations. All right. So now the invitations are sent. Now I have to make sure I have food for them to put on the table. He'll eat anything, so I can literally use anything. I have truffles now, though. I probably have new recipes and stuff. All right, there we go. Let's see, what other dinners do I have? Let's go ahead and put these dinners into my inventory there, and let's go ahead and craft some more stuff for food here. I'm getting the hang of it, I do understand the appeal for people who really like cozy games. And, you know, I am enjoying myself. It's fun. I'm telling you right now, this is not something I would do always. But, it is fun. Grow your friendship to unlock more meals. I need more rhubarb, and I need more oats. Or I need some fish. I really just need to get rhubarb and oats and flour. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We probably don't need this much this mustard, so. All right, so we're gonna sell some of this, and we're gonna go buy some stuff at the market. Here we go. Let's go ahead and do this real fast. I want to do some more gardening. I'm trying to figure out how to get more like seeds for gardening. I'm sure I just got to keep doing these quests and keep kind of building up my knowledge of the game as we play. Because I'd like to be like gardening while I'm doing all this other stuff in between, because it takes a few days for the plants to grow. I'm sure that also helps because you could sell it for more money. Also, I've noticed that the prices for things seem the same. I tried going to different NPCs to see if people would buy something for more. It doesn't seem like it. So I'm going to go ahead and just let me just make sure. Yeah, it's the same price. I'm going to sell all 5. There we go. I made 100 off that. So wood seems to sell for a pretty good price. Sell. Okay, I got some money now. All right, so let's go ahead and buy. Let's buy. Oh, that's expensive. Bacon is expensive. Oh my goodness. Why does it feel like real life? Just kidding. So I needed. What did I say I needed? I said I needed oats and. Does this guy have the oats? Farmer Cotton, do you have oats? Oh, he's got some new things. He's got like pumpkin. Well, I'll buy a pumpkin. I'll buy a squash. Oh man. Oh, this is where I can buy. Oh my goodness, there are actually a lot. You can't see. Okay, it's 1,000. Hold on. I want you to be able to see. Look at this. 1,000 for these planters. So I wonder as we go if things are going to become. Let me bring up the screen chat where you can see the Twitch too. Oats, flour, and rhubarb. Yes, Bean Waddle, you are correct. What? Kimsey, I have it for stream and I love the game, but I kind of still want it for Switch. Is it that bad? Like Zero? I don't know. So I think my family member has a Switch. I actually did buy ahead of time. I pre-ordered the Switch version because it wasn't very much with like the collector's edition box and stuff. Actually, Relics of Ardor is the one that showed me. But I haven't played it on a Switch because I think my family member has a Switch. But I thought either I'd just gift it to a friend or keep it in case I had a Switch in the future. But apparently a lot of people are saying on the Switch version the graphics are pretty bad. I don't know. I haven't talked to everybody. I think some people, maybe it's fine. But I don't know. It seems like a game you want for the Switch, though. Because it seems like a game that you might want to just sit and relax on the couch while you play, right? It's not like something you have to be like engaged with your mouse and keyboard like a shooter or something game, whatever game, Halo, whatever you're playing. I don't know. Sorry, I can't answer that question about the Switch. You're gonna have to go see what other people do with the reviews on that. In the future, if I play it, I will let you guys know and review it, but it will not be soon. I'll be doing lots of reviews here on the computer, but that's about it for that. Let me go ahead and just buy a couple different things here, since he has it. Sugar, lemon. I'll buy a lemon. Did you see how big the lemon was? That's hilarious. It's big because we're hobbits. That's actually kind of awesome. Hello there, Zilix. Oh, thank you. People know who I am now. I'm getting famous. I moved into this town, by the way. Apparently, my hobbit is from Bree, and I lived in the Prancing Pony as a renter all the time. So I don't know what's going on there with the storytelling. It's very interesting, but I don't even see the option for oats. I wonder if I can't get oats now. Well, I don't see an option to get that stuff, so I'll have to look later. What does this guy sell again? This guy sells like cups and I guess these are probably cosmetics you can put in your house. That's what I'm assuming. Yeah, these look like just cosmetics for your house. Wow, there's actually a lot of cosmetics. I mean, this is a lot of cosmetics. I wonder if it increases over time too. Magnificent hobbit head statue. Glorious. She has clothes. Ooh, that's a nice jacket. And his jacket is precious. What's in his filthy little pockets? Alright, so anyway, cool. Why is this duck in this basket? She's like, ignore the duck. Oh, okay. Alright, well, let's go back to our house and get this meal going with the character. I guess we don't actually have to talk to him, right? It's just a timed thing. I think it just will be the next day. So, if we're trying to buy time for the next day, if we bring the journal back up. I remember how to bring my journal up. There it is. I think just escape does it. There might be another key too, but Old Noakes need to be convinced. Share a meal with Old Noakes. Well, that's the only quest we got right now. So we might still technically be on the side of kind of the tutorial. It'd be kind of weird if it's like, I wonder if it's gonna be linear the whole time with quests, like the just kind of like the one main quest, or if there's gonna be like options once we get a little farther into the game. Guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out. Thanks for hanging out, guys, in the stream. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good time. Again, I will keep doing my best to answer questions. Oats are from Sandyman. Oh, you're right, old lady. The gamer. Thank you very much. I appreciate that information. You are correct. Now that you say that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot that. All right, so I'll have to get more stuff to sell. Let me dump this off real quick. You're right. So I got to go to old Sandyman. And what's her name sells the other stuff. All right, let's see. What can I sell here? So I have a bunch of blue-finned fish, which is weird how they don't stack, actually, the fish. We want our taters. We got a lot of hazelnuts. So why don't we take a group of hazelnuts to sell. And let's take a group of peaches to sell. Hopefully I'm not selling something that's going to be hard to get later. And we'll take some of these wild ones. Okay, we're going to sell those to make money. And then we're going to go to old Sandyman. Or as I like to call him, Old Grumpers. Sounds good. It is on Twitch. No worries. Glad to be here. It's the perfect way on Saturday to avoid chores. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Alright, let's see. So Old Sandyman, I believe from my memory, is this way. Orlo's home. I'm trying to remember where. Grapes. There he is. He's on the whole other side of town. Taking a new path through the Hobbit Hills here. Orlo's home. Can I go up here? Oh, I can. Oh, we got a cool view. There it is. How many moons has this tower stood here? It's better days, that's for sure. I've heard this land used to belong to men. Their kings came from across the sea. They built great towers, fought goblins, and even things worse than goblins. What else could be worse than goblins? Angry trees. Yeah, that's what it is. Angry trees? But the trees seem quite happy in Bywater. There's no horns here. This is the highest point. You can see over the tops of many of them. Being above everything feels different, but nice. Really nice. The breeze. The breeze is brisk up here. Winding and looping through the tower, brushing quickly through me. How pleasant. It's a lovely tower, and it fits nicely on top of the hill. But this is only a small tower. I hope there were no battles here. I don't suppose I'll ever know. So, again, visually pretty. I wish it would load just slightly farther with a little less blur, but still very pretty, the view. But I already talked about it in my reviews previously. It's cool. I like that little lore thing. So again, I've said it a few times, but the hobbits were kind of given this land when they got here when they kind of appeared at the beginning of the Third Age, I think it was, when they really were around. Despite what the Amazon Rings Power series tells you. Maybe hobbits were around in the Second Age, but clearly we know that that's when they started showing up, according to Tolkien, was in the Third Age. So when people recognized them. And technically, they're a distant relative to humans, the hobbits, but they are like a different race. At least that's what Tolkien says. The Númenóreans came over the ocean, which what he was mentioning, which is interesting that he would know that, right? That knowledge. And they had founded Arnor and Gondor, right? The two kingdoms. Arnor split later into the kingdom of Arthedain and two other ones, Rudau and... Where was that the capital? Yeah, it's Rudau, and I'm trying to remember the other kingdom's name. But Arthedain, I believe, is the one where the Shire resides, and they're the ones that gave land to the hobbits, their king. And then, of course, a lot of battles happened. A lot of horrible things happened. The Witch King, the kingdom of Angmar, kind of destroyed them. Blah, blah, blah. But, the hobbits were safe. Or at least survived it. I don't know what happened to the hobbits during that time. Tolkien doesn't say. Maybe they were just hiding away from it all. Oh, grapes. We got a new recipe. Cool. Oh, you know what? I bet the grapes weren't here last time because it was a different season. Which makes this pretty darn cool, actually. Alright. Just, you don't mind me. This is my vineyard, but I'm just going to take all of your grapes. It's like that part in The Hobbit where he's like, would you like a little bit of wine, Gandalf? He's like, just tea, thank you. That would be me, by the way. Just tea. We forgot our plans. We were going to Sandyman. And I want to try to get to Sandyman before the night force me to go sleep. And then we're going to be able to talk to, what's his name? My backpack is actually full, but we're going to sell some stuff right now to Sandyman. Oh, Sandyman, where are you? I went the wrong way. Oh, no. I went the wrong way. It's horrible. It's a disaster. I just hope I can get to Sandyman before it, like, you sleepy, and you just fall asleep and get taken back to your home. I do like the cricket sound. That's one I really like that sound. I had a cricket last night in real life out my window. Normally crickets can be annoying sometimes, but sometimes they're like, I don't know, sometimes they're kind of nice. It just depends. If there's like 2 crickets, it's like nice. If there's like 1,000 crickets going on at once, it's not quite as nice. The game looks like a GameCube game on Switch. Oh, does it? GameCube was a great console, but that was a very long time ago. Alright, so I want to sell some stuff real fast before I'm out of time here. Alright, we're going to sell... Oh, you know what? I don't want to sell the grapes. We're going to sell these. We're going to sell these. We're going to sell these to him. And... then I'm going to go ahead and buy whatever stores I can of oats. And we're going to buy flour from him. And we're going to buy a little bit of yeast. And some barley. Oh, not quite enough money. Can I sell something else to him real quick? Let's go ahead and just sell these to him. Alright. Thank you, Mr. Sandyman. I'm off to home. If I can even make it before my character falls asleep. Probably not. Oh, the road goes ever on and on. That's what I'm thinking of. Down from the road where it began. Doodaloo. By the way, guys, Green Dragon. Welcome to the Green Dragon. This is the Green Dragon. I do like one thing about the Green Dragon, if you notice. It has a dragon, and it's kind of like a very Norse dragon look. The long, and it like goes in and out of the ground right here with its back. It kind of goes along to like a tail back here. See the little tail back here? It's also kind of like the long, it's like a water dragon. Definitely a very Norse-style dragon, which I appreciate. At first I was thinking, oh yeah, it's like a Chinese dragon, and then I realized the tail and head look way more like Norse, which would fit more along the lines of the mythologies that Tolkien was using majority. So, very good lore point there, and that's obviously just, they made that up, that the way that looks for the game, and I like it. I think they did a really good job. Alright. I'm going to get home here and have my character sleep. It is pretty in the nighttime in the game. I do like it, and the sky is pretty cool. Though, again, everything is really centrally focused around your character. So even when you look up at the night sky, it has a little bit of a blur. But, still pretty. I just don't think I would... I think if they just took away from me, at least on the computer, if they took away some of the blur and let the focus go a little farther. So, like, see right over there? You can see that house pretty good. That's nice that you can see that house pretty good. But like the trees behind it and the sky have kind of a blur to it, like a haze, which that happens in real life. But a little bit too much sometimes, I think, here in the game. Kip says we had to have a couple crickets get into our house a few years back. That's annoying. Oh yeah, in your house, not good. I had a really annoying fly, and I have a daddy longleg right up here in this corner. And he got the fly for me. The fly had been driving me crazy for like 2 hours, and then I heard it going buzz, and then I saw Mr. Daddy Longleg wrapping him up. So I was like, yes, thank you very much. As long as the Daddy Longleg is in the corner of the room and not in my bed, I'm good. As long as there's no spiders in my bed, that's all I care about. If he wants to be in the corner and catch the pesky flies for me, you know what? More power to him. Alright, so what I want to do now here is unload my inventory real quick. Now you can cook straight from your cupboard. So we're good there. Let's see. I wanted to make, very good fish cakes. I think I'll make some fish of these. Okay, so we got flour, onion. We're going to use a coastal rainbow trout. Ooh, it's actually like kind of cool. Little trout on the table when you hover it. It actually shows you the different kind of fish. I caught a rainbow trout that's about that size, actually. It's like that's like what, like a 3.5 pound, 4 pound rainbow trout compared to a hobbit. I actually have one of those. My family. I was really young when I got it, and it was probably the biggest fish at that point I ever got. And they actually got it taxidermied, so it's pretty cool. I still have that. I like it. The biggest fish I ever caught, though, was a halibut in Alaska, and that thing was 91 pounds. That was the biggest fish I ever caught. At the time, sadly, even though I caught it on the reel, I was not the one that was able to reel it in, because at the time I was also 91 pounds. Because I was really young. I was only like 10 years old, 11 years old. But I got it on the reel, and at that point it was like 3 full-grown men took over. My dad and 2 other guys, the captain of the ship. They were fighting that thing for like 40 minutes. They got it in the boat though. But the craziest part was that the captain like takes out a handgun, and we're like, whoa, whoa! And he just like shoots the fish in the head. The freaking halibut is still like I still remember it being so. We were like, what's going on? But you have to do that, I guess, with a fish that big. You cannot bring it in the boat, because if you bring it in the boat, they're so strong that if they start flapping around in the boat, the halibuts, and they hit you, they'll break your leg like a twig. So they have to be dead when they come in the boat. But man, it was a delicious fish. It fed many a meal. 91-pound halibut fed our 4 or 5 members probably for like 30 meals. It's crazy, actually. Maybe more. All right, we're going to use some taters. All right, we're going to use this coastal thing. Okay, so we're going to put in our flour, because we can't affect the flour. So, but now we have our little thing over there, right? So our goal is we need to get it more tender and slightly more crunchy. And to keep it crunchy, we don't want to cut it up too much. So we're going to cut the onions, and we want to leave it more on the crunchy side. So we just want to cut it enough until I can pour it in. All right, there we go. So that'll lower it more crunchy. So continue. And now we want it more tender. So I'm actually going to cook up the onions a little bit here. All right, we're going to put I can add truffles? Yeah, I can add truffles. Cool. So we're just going to do this to increase its tenderness to right about there. All right, we're closer. There we go. Pour that in. All right, so now we got the fish here. So again, we're about perfect on where we want it with crunchy. So we're going to just cut the fish up and leave it like right in the middle there. All right, and then we're going to toss this into the pan. And I guess I could add more truffle to it to make it even sweet bitter. Let's just do the fish. Okay, so we need to make it more tender, so we'll do it about 3/4. There we go. Perfect. We got the perfect little recipe there level. And now with these ones, we're going to leave it right in the middle. We're not going to cook it because... Ta-da! Very good fish cakes. All right, put in the backpack. There we go. We're learning. We're getting better. Apparently, there are more things of crafting with cooking later, more options as you get better at it, I think. I was looking, so I'm going to go ahead and have my character sleep. And then once we sleep, the happy Shire home. Hello there! The spider's paying rent by getting rid of the flies. Exactly. It looks like Tolkien's dragon illustrated from Beowulf. Yes! One video ruled them all. It does. It does look like that. That's probably where Weta got the inspiration. Yeah, I would think so. Monday, 12 days left in autumn. And it's raining! Yes! I love the rain. My favorite in this game. So we're going to go outside for a minute. The rain in the game is great. And I'm assuming it waters your garden for you automatically. My non-existent garden. Okay. So, we're going to ring the bell and share the meal with our friends here. Invite them over here. Alright, so now we're going to put out the meal on the table here. So I got some nice meals today. I got some nice, tasty, very good fish cakes for this guy. And for our dwarf friend, I have some very nice, cool potatoes. Can I rotate it? There we go. All right. All right, start the meal. Breakfast at home. Fish cakes for breakfast. I would eat fish cakes for breakfast. Alright, this guy's just got the rainbow trout in his backpack. Alright, he likes it. That's good. This is how you increase your whatever rates with them. Alright, so my rating with the dwarf has gone up a little bit. Old Nusk, I got him level 2. Craving satisfied, so he wanted fish, so makes sense. Alright. I wanted to talk about the fishing club. I know you do, Hobbit. I know you do. Will you do it? Convince me. Bywater needs to be a village. Why? Just so Cotton can feel even prouder as he struts around his farm? Why do you have to be so angry all the time? Why do you have to go around snooping all the time? I'm not snooping, I'm trying to help everyone. And so should you. Oh, really? Why? Because this is a fine place, and with fine hobbits. They want it to be a village, and we should try to make that happen. All right, Zilix Brownlock, you might not know much about fishing, but you're first for what you believe in. I like that. Fight, excuse me. There's one thing I'll say. No, you won't.
You have talked too much already. I'll post something on the club board. Now get going. Mr. Fishy is biting this morning, and I don't like to keep him waiting.
It is raining. I feel like you should get more options of fish. I'm going to talk to him.
What are you after?
I heard you have something for me.
I do. You have done well. Don't know what's wrong with a fishing rod.
Then magnificent summer fish soup recipe.
What are you standing there for? I have nothing else to give you. Are you still
Something?
Get you gone then. Old Noakes has things to be doing.
Yeah, he doesn't like us that much, but I guess he likes us more than we thought. All right, so we got a new recipe. Get the chicken! Kill the chicken! Ah! Why can't I butcher the chicken? No, I'm just kidding. I think that'd be a little too dark even for a cozy game. All right. But it's a real thing, guys. You have to do it sometimes. It's where your chicken nuggets come from. Hate to break it to you. There's no fish. How are there no fish when it's raining?
Doesn't make any sense to me.
It's a really pretty shot, though, actually. All right, we're continuing it on here. Oh, that's a cool door. I like the waves on the door. Whew, a little stretch here. Okay, so convince Farmer Cotton to lead the gardening club. So we're almost done. I'm assuming this is probably the last one. We gotta go talk to Farmer Cotton. I like running around with a giant fishing pole. It's kind of a fly... What's going on? Well, it's like a fly fishing reel, but like the regular part is like a regular fishing rod. But, I mean, I guess they just have to... They combined it because... I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe it's realistic to being old-fashioned. I don't know. Excuse me. Apparently, I just decided to start yawning. Farmer Cotton, where are you, sir? Whoop, missed it. Alright, so it says Farmer Cotton is right over here. Oh, he's at the center, of course. His shop. I can't jump down from here, really? Oh, come on. Yeah, see, I don't really like this whole, like, I have to walk around entire areas and I can't just jump down. There he is, Farmer Cotton. Hello, sir.
Good day, Brownblock.
About the gardening club.
Yes, I was making preparations to get it started.
We should talk about this at the award-winning pumpkin patch. If he does say so himself. We do get a backhook upgrade eventually. Oh, good. How far in the game is it? All right, Lily Cotton. Also, by the way, I believe this is Rosie, I think. So, Zilix, you've come here about the gardening club.
Look no further, I am the hobbit for the job. Let's start in your garden.
Follow me, I know the way. So hopefully this will be how we can start gardening.
Hold on for a moment, Cotton. You've got more than enough to do here on the farm. Young Tom Cotton can manage.
Not on his own he can't. He needs to hear you here. So this is Rosie, by the way. This is technically the Rosie Cotton that I believe Sam marries, right? So I'm assuming this is set just before the Lord of the Rings books. That's where I am assuming this is set in the Third Age. And you're busy with the village campaign.
But the gardening club, it has to be run by a Cotton.
Don't worry, Dad. I'll do it. What? You can't run the gardening club? I know a lot about gardening. Or, I know a lot about gardening, she says. Do you? I can't say I've noticed. Not better than me, that's for sure. Jeez, Dad's mean. I might not be, but I'd like to find out. Let's have a competition. Are you sure? I don't want to upset anyone. Nonsense. It's just a friendly bit of family rivalry. I won't hold any grudges when I win. So, what do you want to grow, my girl? Some pretty flowers? I don't mind. Or, she says, I don't mind. A vegetable. I grow the finest vegetables in the whole of Bywater. I want you to have a bit of a chance, Rosie. We'll just see about that. It'll be me and Zilix, Dad. Will it now? Well, my girl, you're on. This is going to be fun. All right, Zilix, come and find me when you're ready. I'm ready right now, Rosie. All right, have any gardening tips? You seem confident. You can beat your father. That's because I have a secret. I learned from it from Gaffer Gamgee. Oh, okay. So we're getting a little reference to the old Gaffer, Sam's dad. Oh, just kidding. We're getting connections early on. He's got the nicest garden in the whole Shire. You see, so I wrote to him and asking for some seeds. And to hear now how his boy Sam was getting on. But mostly for the seeds. Oh, Sam was oblivious. She already liked him way back in the day. He told me that certain vegetables grow better in the company of others. So I should try planting my crops near other campaign plants? That's right. Once you've grown something special, bring it to me. Present 2-star vegetables to Rosie. But I have to craft? Wait. Okay. So, I need to go back to my house and grow some vegetables? Can I buy seeds from anyone in the market? All right.
Hello, my dear friend, Zilix Brownlock. I know what you've been thinking.
Oh, yes?
You're hoping to get some front of the queue. You're worried that all my bargains will be gone. Reasonable prices.
No, just kidding. That's not your line. That's someone else's line.
But you must wait in line, Zilix. My good friend Willow is in front of you.
Shut up, Hobson.
Of course, Willow. For no extra charge. Right. So, we're looking at these fine hinges.
Yes.
Because you make doors and hinges off of doors.
Yes.
And so, you'll buy them?
No, I'm not interested.
Why not? They're hinges, aren't they? You make doors.
These hinges are actually very good.
Are they? I put the price up there. So why won't you buy them?
It's your cart.
My cart? What's wrong with my cart? Handcrafted by dwarves, this cart is.
No, it wasn't. The dwarves would never make something as shoddy as this.
I'm offended. And so is my cart.
Do you know how I judge a hobbit?
Harshly, by the sounds of it.
It's not by what they say, but by how much they care for what they own.
I know this cart inside and out. There's nothing I don't know about this cart.
You won't go a mile beyond Bywater before your back axle falls off.
What's a back axle?
Goodbye, Hobson. Come back when you've got a better cart. Oh my gosh, this conversation. I did finish something just now. In a heart. Oh, this is the little discovery deed. Alright, so let's go back to our house and find out. Look in your seed bag. Do I have a seed bag? Oh, you're right. I do have a seed. Oh, you're right. I have a seed bag. Oh, that's what I bought. So Farmer Cotton did sell me those. You're right. Thank you. Great. Let's go plant some stuff. So she said there's bonuses if you plant certain things next to each other? Cotton sells them. Got it. Alright, thank you guys. Appreciate the info. So let's go ahead and we'll plant some eggplants. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, we've got some onion. So, how can I, like, know if it's... You have discovered planting. The more positive... Oh, I see. They don't like each other. Okay, okay. Okay. Those do like each other together. Those also like each other. Okay. So we'll do this. There we go. So those don't do any bonus together. Neither do those, but they don't seem to not like each other, so... These ones like each other. We'll put those together. This one also seems to be a happy in here, so we'll do this one. Oh, okay, so I can't quite fit that one. Alright, there we go. So, now, do they auto-water, or do I need to water them? Because I know how to water, but I'm wondering if the rain automatically does it, or if I have to do it. Let's find out. Let's see, is it L the switch? I'm trying to remember. T? T. Oh, we got a shovel now. Yes, the rain does it. They're fully watered. Yay, good. Thank goodness. I was going to be very sad if I had to do it. Oh no, I can't get down to my water because I blocked it. That was silly of me. Well, oh good, I can move them with the plants. Thank goodness. Alright, we'll do this for now. I mean, this game is really good. It feels like it is a done game. It's a cozy game. So I think some people were anticipating more out of the game. So maybe they got their hearts up too much for a different kind of game. If that makes sense. But I feel like this kind of fits what it's supposed to do. This game. That's why, again, I think it's just a niche game. So now that I'm growing the plants, I think what I'll do is I'll plan another dinner party. Should probably just be doing that pretty consistently to get my reputation up with people. Let's have Farmer Cotton and Rosie over. There we go. We'll have them come over because since we're going to be working with them, maybe we can make them happy. I could probably look at what they like food-wise ahead of time. I probably could have looked at that. They probably tell me right here. Let's see. Let me just go into my thing here with people. Alright, Farmer Cotton. He likes... I don't know what he likes. I know what he likes as a present, but I don't know what he likes as food in this time of year. In summer, he likes cool taters and beans, so I guess I just have to give him stuff and find out. I guess that's how it works. It's like an exploratory deed, basically. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to give him random stuff, find out. Well, good thing I already have some food made up and ready to go. Woohoo! Alright. So. I feel like this is the kind of game, if you're just relaxing, you just want to have it on the background. I don't know how, if you could... It depends. It seems like the game is still... It's not under-optimized, but it's also, you can't like just... I don't know if you could have it on the background with another game or something you're doing. It depends. Depends on your computer, probably. Or what you're using it on. But I feel like you could just have it on just while things grow and have your character sleep. Just to, like, collect things while you're doing other stuff. Though I feel like, because right now I'm probably stuck. All I could do is fish right now or forage. I think it's probably what I could work on. Because I have to wait for the dinner party for the next day. And those plants are going to take like 3 or 4 days to grow in the game. So. Alright, so our bag is empty. I don't think we have any other quests besides what we're working on. There's a discovery one in the heart of the falls, but we'll get that sooner or later. So it's really only the main quest right now. So, I mean, I could try to use the crafting and see if I can start working on my house here. Oh, I could. I could actually, Oh, cool. Oh, that's so cool. Stumpy. That's so cool. Whoa, there's so many options. Wait, this is legit. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. This room is going to be this. Alright, that looks really cool. It's like very Celtic looking. This room is going to be... We're going to go with Stumpy for this room. That looks cool. What can I do here? Let's just do like a connection point. Wow, these are really cool. These like... Let's do this. Some little... I don't like that. Let's do wood. That one. Okay, I like that one. I kind of just like the wood, actually. The one it already has. I'm just going to leave the one it has. I like that one the best there. What else can I adjust here? Oh, yeah, that's way better. I like the wood for the cab. Oh! Oh, wait. Those are... Wait, hold on. Those are connected? Wait, why are those connected? Why are those not separate? That should be separate. Maybe it'll be separate later. That's a little weird to me. That's not separate. The simple wood does look nice, actually, too. You know what? I kind of like wood, and I kind of like these tiled wood. So I can start moving stuff around or storing it. So I think I can clean the house up. So if I move this, so I could place this scroll, or can I just put it in my inventory stash? Okay. Okay. So... Alright, I mean, the moving system kind of works awesome. So for now, we're just going to put this in front of this door we can't even go into anyway. Like that. Alright, why don't we... so that you totally, like, this is kind of cool. The creative system seems pretty legit, actually. I could rotate this if I wanted to. Too many objects on it? Is that what's going on? Probably. Alright, we will just put that away for now. Okay. There we go. Put the pillow on the seat. Let's see. This is for cleaning my kitchen, right? Can I, oh wait, I can I move everything around in my pantry too? That's kind of cool. So I can see why people who would want to decorate make their own hobbit hole, like this is pretty cool. Can I put stuff up there? No, doesn't look like it. I had to try. Okay. There we go. We're organizing the house, guys. It was a mess. Now it's not quite as much of a mess. All right, rotate this pillow. Place it like that. There. Okay. I mean, this is kind of cool. Was that kind of like wash basin or something there? Oh, I can adjust these too, huh? Sweet. Ooh, I like that dark wood. I'm gonna use that. Different kinds of paint. Ooh, the blue is cool. It's kind of cool how much you can actually like decorate this place. Whoa. The wood for the roof. That looks awesome. Yes, please. Maple, red, white, brick, brick. Wait, what happened to this? This is wall color? Don't I have a wood option for this? Ah, we'll do the blue for now. I like that being a little more lit up because it seems to the light glows better off the roof. But I like the wood. So we're gonna do the wood. Cool! That's awesome. Wow, you can really... Oh, look, I can add some curtains right here. And some vines. I'm going to add the curtains for now. That's cool. Yeah, I like how much you can actually, like, decorate. Oh, that adds a candle. Adds some good lighting. I like the one that adds the lighting. Is there another one that adds lighting besides that look? Oh, wait a second. Those old... It's like an old tree root. That's so cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's cool. Look at that. I can change the beam color too if I wanted to. I'm gonna leave it wood color though. I mean, this is pretty legit. This is pretty cool. I wasn't expecting this. I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna give this I think a 5 out of 5 with just being able to. It's not too complicated, but it's also like easy to use. I'm not quite sure why I can't. As I say easy to use, I can't click on this one. Can I change the chandelier? Oh, I can. Cool. Put a different chandelier in the kitchen. We'll leave that one the same. Oh, there's a different fireplace. Oh, cool. I like the big one. Alright, this room we're going to do the brick. Because it'll give the candles. Oh, look at that. You really have a lot of customization here you can do. I can actually move around this. That's cool. It doesn't have to be in here. I could put it next to my door if I wanted to instead. Could put it over here, or could rotate this and have it here. There. I like it there. It's a nice little nook too, but Yes, please, the dark wood looks so nice. I like the dark wood. Alright, well, I gotta say, that is some very cool customization options. I actually kind of like the flowers. It looks cool. Alright, well that's really, really cool. Was not expecting such customization. Oh, you can even change the window up. Oh, that's the outside though, isn't it? It's... Alright, well. We have really fixed up the place. What's a taters, precious? Potatoes. You guys. Alright, so, that looks a lot better. I'm glad I got that off the ground. It was kind of like driving me crazy how messy it was. Cool. So, the question is, can I change how my kitchen looks too, slightly, or not yet? So I can adjust a lot of the stuff in here, though, it looks like. Gray bricks. There we go. That's a pantry. Can these all be moved? Doesn't look like it. I think a lot of this can't be moved. I thought it could, but I take it back. So the pantry is how the pantry looks. I feel like they should have made it where you could move every item in the pantry. Like, and totally customize it. Maybe later it'll let me. Well, I guess we'll find out, but... I mean, if I can't customize the pantry, my rating goes to a 4 out of 5 instead of a 5 out of 5. Because I feel like you should be able to do that, for sure. But, still good. I still enjoyed it. Could work on it more later if I want. But I don't really want to do more on it right now anyways, so. I think what we're going to do now is... we're going to go for about another 25 minutes here on the stream. Let's see if we can just get the vegetables grown and do the next day here. I'm gonna fish for a minute here. Oh, wrong thing. What does the shovel let you do, by the way? I don't even remember. I'll figure it out later. Maybe I can dig stuff up like treasure. Alright, we're gonna do some fishing. Very nice. Cool. Nice. Okay, got it. The fishing is fun. I think the fishing is actually kind of enjoyable minigame. Come here, fishy. Can I actually outfish the lake? Like, do they run out? I'm curious. There's only one left. Grab it. There we go. It looks like a deed and can outfish the pond. Or, not outfish it, but you know what I'm saying. Fish it out. Cool. Alright. There's different places you could fish too, but you have to look for the fish shadows. Alright. We're gonna go in here. Bum 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 bum. So, if you are new, hanging out with me covering this, I do a lot of other stuff as well on the channel with lore and guides on different games, and I play a bunch of LOTRO and Return to Moria and Battle for Middle-earth and a bunch of other fun Lord of the Rings games as well. And tonight we will actually be doing a big raid. I'm not 100% sure I'll be streaming it, but if I am, keep an eye on the channel because it might pop up the stream for you. So we'll see. The beans have a lot of options, but only a few colors. The beams. Yeah, okay. Got it. Yeah, Return to Moria is a fantastic game. That is a really good game. You should check it out. They have an expansion coming out pretty soon, so. Customize the door. Yes, that's true. I could customize the door. Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. Let's go with this dark wood. That looks cool. Oh, you can change the window. Oh, I love that big bay like this one. That's cool. Does it change the outside too? Oh, cool. It reminds me of like a submarine window or something. Oh, I like the big windows. That's really cool. And I like you can see inside your house. Oh, I see. You can do multiple little ones. I'll do this one here. Get a little bit different look there. Cool. There really are some pretty cool options there when it comes to the windows and the doors, too. I like those cool, like, submarine windows you can see in the house. That's cool. That actually is, like, some of the most interesting graphics I've seen that are like, oh, that's really cool how they did that animation. All right, it's evening, so I'm going to go ahead and sleep. Goodbye to the cool rain effect. Look at that. You can see outside. That's so cool. You know what I just realized? We didn't even work on this room almost at all, and I don't want that stuff on the ground. So if you have stuff on the furniture, it stays on the furniture. It's locked on. That's really nicely done when it comes to just like mechanics of the game. Big thumbs up to Weta with that. That's huge. I know that doesn't seem huge, but with other games I've played, that's such a pain when that happens. So big thumbs up to Weta on making that functionality so good. Whoever did that. That's very nice. Huge. That's awesome. Whoops. Do I go into my tab and go into furniture? There we go. Okay. Yeah, the controls are fantastic. They did a wonderful job with the controls. Let's see. I mean, the controls are really, the place things, really smooth. I gotta say, I'm gonna give them a 5 out of 5 with controls so far on what I've done. This is really nice. Like when it comes to actually decorating in the game, very impressive. Now, it's a little weird that I can't put it closer. There seems like there are some glitches there. But this should be able to, I feel like, go closer to my other thing, but... So, you know. Maybe 4.5 out of 5. There's a couple things here and there, but it's pretty darn good otherwise. Alright, there we go. Now the bedroom's been rearranged. Gonna go ahead and have my guy sleep. Sleep, sleep. Oh, yeah. The painted mural, that is, yes. So you can see what you accomplished that day. I accomplished getting those dinner party respect up with a dwarf and old Noaks. And I also got some new recipes. So we're here in the early morning on a Tuesday. 11 days left in autumn. It's kind of cool that it says that. Oh, look, I wake up and see my cool little window spot. That's cool. Yeah, I get the appeal of this game. All right, so, oh no, I forgot. I didn't clean this room up at all. It's a total mess. Oh my goodness, how many of these do I have? These ones seem to be able to stack pretty good. I like all the map things. It's kind of cool. You can kind of put them on top of each other, which is cool. Let's move the pillows onto the bench. Why is that in the wall? Hello, LOL. I don't think that's supposed to be there. Why don't we put out our finest cups here? If I put them on the table, will they be there for when the people arrive? I'm curious. I'm gonna do it just for science. There we go. And see, I love that you can move the furniture with the small items. That is really nice. I really like that. Okay. I can't tell you there's other games I've played with that's so annoying when they don't let you do that. All right, confirmed. Let's have them come over. Yes, they stay on the table. That's awesome. All right, so I guess you could even decorate by putting things on the table if you were trying to make it really nice, like teacups, but I'm not gonna worry about that. I wonder if it increases what they like. Maybe, if it does, that'd be cool. All right, here's what we got today. We've got these taters, precious. And we also have these very good fish cakes, Farmer Cotton. I'm sure you'll love them. All right, there we have it. How do I get out of this? Is it H? Oh, just start the meal. All right. Oh, look, we got our new windows. That's cool. Everything's clean. I've redone the floors. We're getting there. Alright, he seems to have liked that. Alright, Rosie seems to like her food. Rosie looks perfect, by the way. She looks just like described in the books. So, bonus points to that. Alright, so Farmer Cotton really went up respect with me there. So did Rosie. The heart just means like respect level, friendship. Alright, so...
Huh?
I heard you had something for me. Yes, in fact I do. Ooh, she gave me a new recipe. Did he go away already? I want to talk to Farmer... Oh, no, come back. Farmer Cotton, wait, before you leave. Heard you have something for me. I do, of course. Pumpkin soup oh, sweet. So this is how I start getting recipes. Okay, they start just giving them to you. Alright. I haven't gotten the vegetables yet. Okay, and then off they go. And they actually do leave the house and walk away. And I like the fact that you can talk to them about other things when they leave the house. It's not like glitchy where like, oh, you know, they run off and there you go, you can't talk to them now until you go over to meet them at their normal place. The fact that you can talk to them as they walk out of the house for other quests after having a dinner party thing, or breakfast in this case, that's good. That's another big thumbs up for the game, just game mechanic in general. It would be annoying to have to just like, if they have a quest over their head, just run off and you can't talk to them. So, cool. Very cool indeed. So now at this point, I probably need to water, because it's a new day and I'm sure they don't have water. So we'll do a little bit of watering here. The watering is pretty self-explanatory. Works pretty good. Looks like you can... Oh, you can multi-water different ones at the same time. Alright. So... Alright, there we go. They're all watered up. Alright. I'm gonna see this shovel let me do anything. Oh, it lets me remove plants. Oh, okay. I want to do that though. Got it. That's what shovel lets me do. That makes sense. Alright, so the plants are growing. I wanted to see the painted mural you were talking about. Let's look at that real quick. This one? Oh, whoa, that is cool. Look at that. Alright, we'll leave that one for a while. Yeah, look at that. Look at the cool painted mural of Bywater. There. That's really cool. Sure, we'll leave that. I like this. I'm very happy so far. You know what I don't like? I don't like how I did this wall here. Can I change this wall? Interesting. For some reason I can't change this wall around the cooking area. Maybe I need to get a certain level to change the cooking stuff. I like the one with the candle. I kind of wish I could use the wood with the candle. Be nice if I could mix and match there a little bit. Oh, look at that. There's some hobbit holes over there. That's cool. There we go. All right. There we go. That's nice. Well, I'm getting closer to finishing the tutorial here. I've actually got a lot done. That was fun. Guys, I think I'm going to call it here today, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me in this lovely Middle-earth here in the Shire. Thank you for listening to my opinions on everything and my thoughts on it. Again, you are welcome to have different ones. Whether you like this game or you really dislike it or you somewhere in the middle. I tend to lean somewhere in the middle where some of it is very enjoyable. But again, it's really not my genre of game. But it is fun, and I may do one more stream or a couple of videos. We'll see. I might just do some videos, some short videos I put out or about it as well later. So we'll see. I don't want to take up my usual content on the channel. You'll see as well. But I do Lord of the Rings games and lore and replicas and lots of other things. And have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. Again, I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments. We keep them fun, respectful. Have a great day in Middle-earth. And thank you to my wonderful patrons for their support, Reb, Elraandor, and Angus. And I joke, and this is to my regular viewers, but everything that is posted in the comments is free game for me. So you never know, you might be in a video. I do have a fun little positive comment hall of fame that I put into our Discord, and occasionally I'll post a really good comment that someone put or something in a video. You can check that out if you want. It's in our Discord. We do have a Discord, Voice of the Rings. You can check it out. Links down there. All the other stuff. If you want to help support the channel, liking and subscribing is free. You can follow on Twitch, and you could also follow on X and Facebook if you want as well. And I appreciate the support. Have a great day in Middle-earth, and I'll see you in the next ones. Cheers! See you, Chris. Bye, Old Lady Gamer. See you guys. Bye over there on everyone who just joined in. Add hello. The Room of Requirement at Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, it does kind of have that feel to it. Yeah, for sure. Empty to visit. Yeah, exactly. See you next Inter Corey. See one video, rule them all. See you guys. Bye, Thunder. Have a great day, guys. And again, thank you. I hope you enjoyed my reviews on things. Again, if you want, you just jumped in late, you can go to the beginning of the video. I did a full 30 minutes of talking about reviews, 1 through 5 of a bunch of different subjects, and my full over rating of the game. Again, I rate the game personally. I enjoyed it more today, so I think I'm leaning towards sticking to, I was saying 4.5 out of 10. I think I'm going to stick to the 5 out of 10 for me personally, because it's actually still fun. I'm more moderate in the middle on this. I don't think it's necessarily a horrible game, like some people have been saying, and I also don't think it's like the best game ever. I think it's fun, and I think for people who like cozy games, I would say a 7 out of 10. I don't think it's the best cozy game out there, but I have not played them all, so I'm not really an expert to know on the other cozy games. But when it comes to Lord of the Rings game and a cozy game, I think this is still a lot of fun. I think it needs some updates on graphics and a few things. I think the price point is okay that it's sold for. Maybe just a wee bit cheaper, maybe possibly by a few dollars. But it's pretty fair at $31. At least it's like, I think is how much it is. For some reason it came on Steam on partial sale. Like it came out maybe to get early buys. I don't know. I'm not sure why that was. But yeah, there are definitely some very good things about it. There are a couple issues here and there when it comes to graphics and a few lore things. There are some great lore things about it. Yeah, those are my feelings on it, and I enjoyed playing the game. And yeah, and again, I bought the game myself with my own money, so this is me giving you my flat opinions and reviews. It's not like I was given the game and trying to give it a glowing review or something because of that. But I really do think there are some kind and nice things about this game, and I think that for cozy game players, you will probably greatly enjoy this game. I think that a reason why a lot of people maybe aren't liking it quite as much is because they're not cozy game players and they were expecting something else. I don't know why they were, because Weta was very clear about what the game was going to be. So, and again, if you want a really good survival game, I recommend checking out Return to Moria. If you want a really great world experience at an MMO, check out the Lord of the Rings Online. I cover both those on the channel. And if you want a good RTS, Battle for Middle-earth, still the best. I have a video on the channel showing you how to get that set up if you need to, because the old discs don't work, unfortunately, anymore for that game. It's so old. Still a great game, though. Some good modders out there for it. But anyway, have a great day in Middle-earth, my friends. Thank you for listening to my whole entire stream or video, and stay happy. Baruch Kazan, Kuzan, I menu. And have a great day in Middle-earth. See you soon. Enjoy your days on the Shire. Bye. See you soon. We'll do a little bit more of this game in the future. Don't worry. But I do have a whole nother 5-hour stream, the first part of this, that I did. So you can go check that out too if you'd like. So did some voiceovers in that as well. See you soon.